welcome, friends. We are live right now. Yep, my Turtle Beach headphones are shut off. You guys would have been muted. So you guys, no one in stream can hear you right now, not until I get this menu fixed. Alright, let me see here. Properties. I knew it. Okay. Speak.
Hello.
You exist.
Good fucking evening.
You are real people. Perfect.
Real boy.
Let me just get these levels down a little bit. Let me make sure you guys are still audible across the board. Yeah. We're looking good. Perfect. But yes. Are we ready? Are we ready to begin? Are we ready to step back into the world of Toril? Are we ready?
Only on the condition that you somehow bring Volothamp Gadar.
Here, you just want to see Volo? You just want him back?
Man,
Man, he is on a boat so far away from here. You don't even know. He is gone. He is gonzo, and he's taking his debt with him.
Oh yeah.
Oh god,
he
the
owes
merchant.
us money.
The merchant princes are just like, oh no.
Indeed, he does.
He does. Poor Volothamp. So one character I play where everybody's just like, I just imagine the party surrounds him and just does one of these, and it's like, so Volo, crack all their knuckles. Where's our money? Oh!
Again,
I will
somehow-
have it tomorrow.
Oh,
Tomorrow.
please don't break my legs. Oh,
Uh-oh.
Volothamp, good arm.
All my
All your cameras
are dead.
You. Are we ready to begin though? Is it okay if we start?
Yes.
Yes, perfect. All right, so let's dive, friends, back into the world of Toril, into the land of Chult, and the Forbidden City of Omu. Last time we saw our heroes, our many adventurers had just completed Shigambi's trial, achieved the puzzle cube from within her shrine, and escaped without nary a scratch. Our adventurers still in the same day that they were when they first met the Red Wizards, still in the same day where I believe it was just pretty much Red Wizards before that. Yeah, still the same day that you guys went to the cart. That actually happened after the shrine. So yeah, from the shrine, our heroes made their way down the main causeway of Omu, only to come back across a tipped-over cart with a buzzing beehive attached to its rim. Our party decided to further investigate, marking this place on their quote-unquote mind map, and the party decided to remove as gently as they could the honeycombed beehive. There was some problems, some issues, kind of getting the thing flipped over, finding out exactly what was underneath it, spotting something that was under it in the first place, and sort of dealing with a few pesky insects of Chult. But our party found beneath two things. One, a new friend that has sort of found itself attached to war in one way or another. A Chawinga, who may have or may have not, you're not sure, made this place its home at one point, till y'all came in and destroyed it. But the other thing that you found was an artifact, an old artifact of Omnuan literature, a Rosetta Stone, if you will, of language, formed in that of a maze of Ubtao. Some of you decided to complete the maze, at which point you were granted with a blessing to be able to read Old Omnuan, a very positive outcome. Some of you unable to complete the complicated task of drawing your way through the puzzle on your own, in your own mind, were unable to gain this boon, but the majority of you have that ability, which is a great help to the party. Moving on from this place, with your Chawinga friend in tow, I think only War really has more clarity on that, since he's the only one who's hearing its little jingles within its shell somewhere. Which is interesting. Might have to check once in a while, see if it's still hanging out with you. Our party made their way to their next identified shrine. down the main causeway. But before they were able to approach it, Valfine's keen elf eyes spotted snakes writhing through the plants nearby, and anticipated an ambush. You all drew your weapons. We saw the flame light on War's axe. All of you taking kind of a hero pose kind of situation where we see our whole party kind of get ready for whatever comes, and you all were ambushed by a host of U1T claiming to take you alive in the name of Rossin Sea. After a fairly difficult, longer battle, you all were able to defeat this serpent host, slaying each and every one, letting Yuan-Ti blood wet the floor of the city of Omu. You've defeated your foes and stand in front of the new temple that you have yet to fully investigate. A little bit hurt. I think our party decided to take a short breather before moving on, and that is where we left off with our heroes, and where we will be picking up now. So, let me get some jungle ambience going here. Should be good.
As he picks the bees buzzing.
I almost did.
No.
I got bead.
I got not the. The soulmonger is just a collection of bees.
I don't want tinnitus.
Sentient magical bees.
This one's a little bit low, but you guys can pump it up a little bit to hear it if you want to. Some ambience of the jungle around you, the jungle city around you. But yes, we see our party bandaging up some of their wounds. I believe you guys ended on a short rest, if I am not incorrect. Or maybe we hadn't started the short rest. You guys would know looking at your character sheets.
I don't think we've started the short
We
rest.
hadn't started it.
So you're kind of standing there looking at all your very bloody wounds, and
You called it off because you didn't want a list of things to draw it out past 11 p.m.
yeah, that's true. I didn't want a bunch of things to go.
I am very much ouchy.
Yep. So we definitely see a very wounded. Let me look at HPs over here.
I healed somebody.
You healed the crap out of Alexandria. It's mostly Freesia and Valfine who look very bloodied. And the rest of you probably a little roughed up, some scrapes. Alexandria's wounds are freshly healed and scabbed over, but they're still there, so... And, yeah. The game is yours, guys. What are you doing?
Roll.
Taking a short rest.
Are we taking a short rest?
I'm gonna cast Goodberry,
Have to. Yeah.
and I'm gonna go. Hey,
Spending a level
Veil
1 spell
Fiend.
slot.
Veilfiend.
Yeah.
I don't have to say it. I gave her the berries. I gave her all 10 berries.
How many? All of them?
Oh yeah, you gotta eat all of them.
We are taking a short rest. You have free 6 hit points across the board.
Yeah, everybody has 6. Nice roll on your song. So yeah, immediately we would hear the tune being played from whatever instrument Freesia chooses to wield in this moment, and the magic echoing forth from its notes would
Do you-
invigorate you.
Usually the hurdy-gurdy.
The hurdy-gurdy. Great. Perfect.
Do you get those HP if
Fortitude.
you're not using hit dice?
Only if you're using hit dice.
Only if you. Okay.
Okay, I gotta use 3.
So, everybody would see probably where War was stung by bees. Little spectral black flames.
It
start
looks like
to
everyone
cover
gets
that.
it by the reading. It's
Everybody what?
it looks like everyone gets it. You don't have to use dice.
Okay.
It's if you or any of your friendly creatures who can hear your performance regain hit points at the end of the short rest.
Ah, okay.
But War isn't a creature. He's clearly a demon.
You are all creatures.
So, black spectral flames coming out of where?
His beat
Every orifice?
The bee bites.
The bee
Ah.
bites, so you just see
Yeah,
like,
no.
these vents
just out of his ears.
Brolin immediately throws a giant blanket on top of. Oh, you're on fire!
Could I roll an Arcana check to see if those were abyssal bees?
You may roll an Arcana check to try to identify the magic. Yeah.
Abyssal bees. Oh my god!
Wow, nice roll.
Were the bees abyssal?
What is the ability that you are using there? What's it called?
Second wind.
It's just called Second Wind.
Yeah.
Interesting. You flavored it with these flames. Do you?
Correct.
Which I think I still want to allow this Arcana check because I feel like it's pretty cool. What gives you mechanical flames in this scenario? Or does nothing give you mechanical flames?
Nothing.
Interesting. Wait, no, I know. Never mind. I know things. Never mind. I know things. I forgot. But I remember now. Those flames are. What kind of magic is that? That would be divine.
Because he's already dead.
It's
okay.
divine magic.
All right. Can I use that same check to inspect the bees we recently killed to see if they are divine bees?
So a lot of the bee bodies were behind. You never spoke of collecting them. Did you want to have done that?
All right. Well,
Do you
to
have
the
some
best
bee
of my
corpses?
did those seem like divine bees?
To the best of your recollection, there was nothing interesting that you can think of just from your passive perception, seeing the bees. They just seemed like normal bees. Did you want to make like a intelligence check and see if maybe you would recall something extra?
Oh my god.
Actually, don't, because there's no result. I'm not gonna make you. I'm not gonna make you roll for something that's no
You
result.
having me walk into a trap again?
No, there's no
You wanna
reason for
make
you to
that?
roll.
All right. Cool. So my character can reasonably deduce that they weren't abyssal nor divine bees.
You can definitely deduce that the bees probably were mundane.
They bore no abyssal or Hevonic gift, which leads me to believe that the source of the flames is coming not from his wounds, but from War himself.
He's on fire! Somebody help me!
He's a demon turtle.
They only shoot out for like a moment, right? And then they kind of fade in smoke.
It would just be like a little, and then it's gone.
Yeah, when your hot rod just slams on the gas and flame comes out of the tube.
Would they? I know. Yeah, they're coming out of the bees. I want them to come out of the shell because it's cooler, but they would come out of the bee, like the bee damage.
Yeah, like
Speed holes.
it's uneventful because it's bee stings, but
Yeah,
if
they're
it was
just
like a
seals.
cut, I would think of it like a small flame that goes all the way up the cut.
I
and
like
then
that.
Dissipates.
Yeah, I like that. So yeah, I mean that's pretty audible and visible to anybody around.
Does the wound like flash heal and push out the bee?
It's scabbed.
stingers?
They're all scabbed. You see little green scab marks all across his skin.
Ooh, that's gonna be a rough infection.
What the hell was that? You were on fire.
I don't know.
Yeah, I saw it was like black fire. It was what was going on?
Divine fire.
Before War did that, you would have probably noticed him kind of like flex a bit, crack his like kind of like you probably seen him do this before, where he kind of just he's kind of like he's collecting himself. But in this moment, and usually when he does that, he seems like he's just almost mentally and physically bolstering himself in the moment. He's taken second wind before, but this time when he did it, kind of did his little flex. Those flames licked out.
Brolin rolled a 9 on his intelligence save, so no.
What was that for?
Intelligence. But he's like, oh, he's just resting, he's relaxing. No, bro, fire bad.
It's very brief, and it's gone within pretty much. It's like a flash. It's like when a hibachi table gets lit, and it's like wow, it's hot for like a moment.
But also no light given off.
Yeah.
You doing okay, Ward? You all right?
I feel great.
Do you feel cursed at all?
No.
So that's just something you normally do that we just haven't seen for the past 3 months, or
Yeah, I
What,
think I'd see you
stretching?
catch on fire. No, you caught on fire.
he didn't catch on fire, but your wounds were smoking.
Okay,
But-
Junker.
From fire, yes.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, for about a hot minute there, you looked like somebody shoved a smoke pipe into a slice of cheese.
There were flames. It was a little shocking.
Haha, hot minute, hot minute. Haha. Oh, oh, oh.
Are you
I got-
casting minor illusion, Frisha?
Yes, and using minor illusion to do rim shots for every one of these moments.
Wait, rim shots. What?
For a
Wait.
hot minute.
Oh, that. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. We would hear it.
Can't you do something more, I don't know, applicable? I don't know. Why don't you, Frisia, just use your minor illusion to show War what he was just doing? Because apparently he didn't notice.
Yes, that's curious if you didn't see it yourself.
Frisia minor illusions and is just covered in black flame now.
Yeah.
Well,
you see, just she's lit up in
Isn't that
black
a
flames.
little dramatic?
not quite, but you get the
And the
idea.
cloak billows.
And the cloak billows.
I was like that.
Well, not
Well,
as
With
intense.
some artistic privilege by me, it's okay.
Hmm. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, as long as you're feeling okay, I suppose.
Perhaps it's something of his lineage. A total history is actually quite sought after by historians. It's rare, difficult to find. They usually keep most of the stories and the knowledge of the history within their own groups, from what I understand. So this could be a part of his maturity. How old are you, War?
Looks at character sheet. We've been here like a year, right?
No,
No,
we've
a
only
couple
been here
about
for like
I would say 4 or 5 months on the list. I think is almost.
Yeah.
We've been playing for 2 years.
oh god, when it finally
That's what I mean.
when it finally reaches a year in game time.
If it does. How? Yeah, he asked how old you are.
I'll be 20 soon.
Oh, interesting. I've never really met another turtle, so I can only assume. Perhaps it's just a part of the evolution of the creature. Maybe your people are relatively warm-blooded or cold-blooded? I'm not really sure. We should talk. I am very interested to know more about you.
Be happy to tell you.
I mean, how many other turtles do any of us know? Perhaps all of them spit flame in this way when they, flex?
I don't believe that's going
don't
to be the case.
think that's
I don't think
right.
that. No, I don't think that's right.
Well, I've never met another turtle in my life. I don't know. I actually don't know if you guys know other ones.
Would have Brolin have ever seen a turtle?
No, you've heard of one.
Yeah, I've heard of one. but
Yeah,
I-
the
I've never
one who's a guide in Fort Bellaquin.
Oh yeah, there's some turtle who's a guide, but it's.
I've heard that same story. It seems a rumor more than truth.
I have not met any myself either.
Well then, perhaps. If you aren't familiar with it, then we can only guess.
Alright, is everybody feeling better? Are we ready to get going?
Orvex writes
Oh,
the
no.
event in his journal.
I'm feeling fine.
I don't feel too good sitting resting right next to a battlefield, especially if the more UNT are around here.
Yeah, there's a lot of bodies out in front of this temple, and you guys have been spending a little bit of time here, so I feel like a few details would have been a given with you guys sitting kind of right in front of the gate of this place, effectively, of its courtyard. Let me grab this. Where is... Oh, am I in the wrong place? I am. Haha. To here. Okay. Cool. Which one is this? I believe it's this one. Yes. Perfect. So, you would have seen that cracked monoliths flank the entrance on either side of this ruin. Raw-edged ferns grow in the courtyard between broken flagstones, and a pair of doors provide entry to a large, flat-roofed ruin beyond. You would see sculptural reliefs decorating the doors of the shrine. The carvings show a horned rabbit charging a small, feral-looking bear with sharp claws. A cuneiform message is etched above the doors in Old Omnuin, all of which you could have easily read. Well, not all of you. Some of you would have had to cast a spell.
There is no maze.
That the words above the door read, Aijin teaches us to take the path least expected.
Oh.
More scribbles.
And it's like a lesson, and telling us to, don't always walk on the trail kind of thing,
They think they can read.
What?
That was nudged at Alexandria, who is the only other person who can't read the writing.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, because, oh, yeah, that's right. Asteria, not Asteria, woo!
Hey, now.
Frisia also cannot read the Old Omnuin text.
Biggest plot twist in history.
He was
They're the same
Asteria
character,
whole
by the
time.
way.
It wasn't in character?
Oh no, I'm saying they're the same character, really.
Oh, yeah,
You just
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
know.
You'll never know. So yes, your rest would conclude. You would find yourselves a little more strengthened, obviously, than you were as you bandage yourself up among the many bodies of the Yuan-Ti.
Yeah,
nothing
obviously.
nothing comes to pester you during this hour.
So I guess we should get moving.
I gotta wonder. Been thinking about it. How many Yuan-Ti do you think there are here? I mean, the ones that attacked us in the city? The ones that
Could be
attacked the Red
hundreds.
Mages?
Could be more. We were assaulted by a band similar to the size of this one on multiple occasions. Their numbers are a mystery. That was during my time with the Red Wizards, of course.
More than us.
They seem to have attracted the ire. I think our numbers were our problem. We came in here with almost... he's trying to count. He's like... it was anywhere between 20 and 30. I can't remember now. They get picked off like flies. It was... the jungle was not kind to our expedition.
How many are left total?
Total? Well... I didn't really take the head count, but I'm doubting they are above... Maybe there are a dozen? I don't know.
Yeah, but they got a portal to their city, don't they? Can't they just keep funneling people in?
That was Victor's job. He was supposed to bring more reinforcements. He was able to do so a few times, but whatever happened when I was gone, seems as though there has been a difficulty.
Difficulty.
Bodes ill.
Joy.
Ill for them, of course.
Interesting.
Anybody here can cast a portal?
Very powerful magic. I'd be impressed
Not
if
yet.
you could. Not
We
yet?
could have had a scroll.
Are you on the verge of learning such an ability?
I'm always on the verge of greatness.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Nice line. Brolin approves.
That's a bad taste in my mouth.
There's confidence of good quality.
Yeah, great.
Less confidence, more self-deprecation.
Frisha
Almost
produces a
always
coin
there,
from
never
behind
quite
Roland's
making
ear.
it.
What would you say, Alex?
Frisha produces a coin from behind Roland's ear.
Make a. What's your passive perception roll? 16.
16, yeah.
Good trick.
Oh, it's
Frisia
impressive.
Frisia can just generate money.
I've seen better. Missed my passive by 1. I've got 18.
That's nice.
You know, I've always heard that dwarves were gold miners. I never figured they were a gold mine.
It's funny.
Oh, this was a copper coin.
All right.
Well, it is Brolin.
Yeah, sounds about my luck.
Anyway, are we gonna do something about this shrine? We're literally camping in front.
Ah, probably.
It is
Or are we
afternoon.
gonna play magic tricks?
The sun is still high in the sky.
No, I'm feeling pretty good. You know, we beat those Yuan-Ti. I don't think anything can challenge us really here.
You have to watch out
Yeah,
for angry
you're-
rabbits.
You're never allowed to say that again.
And so wait, was this the where was this at? Because we did the
I will move
we
you.
did the puzzly shrine with the water thing.
Yes,
and
that
we
was.
went to the next one, right?
Yep. Yeah, I have moved you to the map.
Ah,
Says, yes, I quite impressed with your skills. I feel a lot safer than I ever did with those with the red wizards. You are talented individuals. Honestly, I'm thankful you picked me up where you did, and thank you for taking me with you. I appreciate that as well.
Do you have enemies in the Red Wizard camp, Orvek?
Let's just say that, as I have warned you before, Thayans tend to see non-Thayans as tools, expendable. I imagine they probably have a similar outlook on all of you. Know that when a Thayan has no longer found use with you, they once again become dangerous.
So they must still have a use for you.
I don't know that they do, so I'm happy you took me with you. They seem to have gotten along without me, and the minute they realize that you are of no use to them, well, your life becomes a little more risky.
Yeah, we got our own wizard who can shoot fireballs. We're fine.
Indeed, indeed. Yeah, he seems like pretty comfortable, like probably more comfortable than he has before. Taking him with you, probably a good idea for Orvex's sake. Not sure how much it affected you, but Orvex seems very, like, content being with you guys.
Don't leave me.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
He was begging before we left, essentially. He was almost on his knees. So,
Yeah. What's up,
we
Jake?
need 2 more puzzle cubes.
Currently you are in possession of how many?
4. I
You're in
think?
possession of 4. You know
They
that
have one.
one belongs to the Red Wizards, and that they are still
Yeah.
hunting for them this
least one.
same day. So you don't know what they may have discovered this day or not.
we know at least one, right?
you
They
know-
could have more that they haven't shown to us
and
yet.
you know 9 exist.
Oh boy.
9 exists. Okay.
Yeah,
Right, right.
At least
nine.
at least that's what the wizards are theorizing. I mean, they're the ones who've seen the door. They saw 9 slots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, isn't it one for
That
every
makes
trick
sense.
to God?
Well,
Alright, so we have to be careful of the angry bunnies in this one,
Angry
apparently.
So I think as you guys are looking over towards the shrine, you actually
bunnies.
see
Not good.
you see a very interesting creature sitting at the top of a mound within the courtyard of the shrine. You're able to see through the walls of the shrine because they're broken and cracked and similar. So not the walls of the shrine itself, the walls of the courtyard that surround the shrine. And you're able to see, and I think this mound is tall enough that it almost gets itself over the walls themselves. The walls aren't particularly high, but you see a small creature sitting atop atop a mound. Looks like this.
It's a bunny.
And
you be careful of that bunny. They charge bears.
the minute any of you stand up or step towards the shrine, the sound of your gear sort of shifting spooks the creature, and it immediately just buries itself down in a hole in the mound. It disappears.
Hmm. I wonder which shrine this one belongs to.
Oh, it says right on the door, Aijin.
Orvex, that was sarcasm.
Oh. Well, in any case, it's the shrine of the Almirage, trickster god.
Yes, of course.
Sorry,
All
I don't
right.
do well with jokes.
All right, Orvex, give us a history lesson. What do you know about this?
About the trickster god?
This one. What's his face?
Let me recall the story again. Let me just find that note in all my papers. Here we go. Legend of the Nine Gods. Got it. It's in here somewhere. Let me just find it. One moment. Got it. Perfect. All right. One morning, a wise Zorbo emerged from her hollow tree and spoke to the dying Omnuans. To convince Ooptau of their worth, she decided to cook him a stew made from all their good qualities. Catching such virtues wouldn't be easy, so she asked a wily Almirage to help her. The Almirage snuck recklessly. No, excuse me, the interpretation is odd. Recklessness into the pot, which she saw as a virtue. And Ooptau spat out the stew when he tasted it. And from that day on, Obolaka, the Zorbo, and Aijin, the Almirage, became terrible, terrible enemies. And that is the tale of it. Other than that, the Almirage is a native creature of Chult, one of myth and legend in some places where they are much further from this continent. But it is as many of the trickster gods, a animal local to the peninsula.
Are they around Port Nyanzaru?
An Almirage in Port Nyanzaru would be a rare sight. Roll for me a single flat d20. Yeah, you've seen one or two before, and I think in Port Nyanzaru there's probably a sort of tradition that if you see an Almirage, you should make a wish.
Oh crap! Yeah, you're right. Everybody, you got to make a wish. That's right.
Oh, you're speaking of that of the Chultan tale. It's a child
right.
story, but it's definitely one that has a lot of spirit to it.
Hey, it's good luck. I mean, I think.
Yeah.
Brolin, he just called you a child.
I'm the same height as a child, a human child.
So is Freesia, but anyway, we should continue inside.
Frisha is very adult. Serious Frisha, go.
She's just very short for an elf.
So, there stands before you two solid stone doors.
Whoa.
With the
Open or
illustration.
close?
They're sealed.
Take
Flourish
the
is for the
path
tank.
least expected.
Yep.
that
Not
what
through the
that
door.
The back door? Or underneath?
Wait.
Tunnel that the rabbits came out of?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. For the sake of this, Ed, I have a badger form that I turn into regularly.
Okay.
Can I substitute that for an Amirage?
You have just seen this creature. Let me confirm that it is indeed a... Because normally I don't allow this. It is a small beast. Temporarily, but not something you can do all the time.
Okay.
But before you're even able to do that, I want a wisdom animal handling check from you to see if you can copy it.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. We would see you're using one of your animal forms.
Yeah.
Yep, you would
I got them both back.
Brolin shrink down to a white furred Almirage.
Yeah. It's just. It's like I don't think squeaks. Does it make a squeak? Squeak.
Yeah.
Squeak.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It would definitely make little squeaks.
Yeah. Squeak. Squeak. Yeah. Squeak.
Got the accent and everything.
You have no language. You are this
He
creature.
squeak, and then he,
Squeaking.
I go into the burrow.
All right, yeah. You climb into the
Wrong
burrow. Which is easy enough for you to do. You are of the correct size, and you make your way down there. Let me see really quick. All right, make a perception check as an El Mirage. So to do that, I'll roll for you.
Okay.
All right, make it public. Nice. Solid 6. All right, yeah, you start to bury your way in. It starts to get dark. A sort of natural low light vision kind of kicks in for you to be able to see, and you come down the path and you bump head first, horn first rather, right into a furry behind, which creature. So you're probably a good 3 or 4 feet down into this hole. Creature immediately turns around, shocked to face you, and you see a second Almirage who immediately attacks you. You have an armor class of 13. It is going to
Oh
use its
my
horn
God.
on you, immediately not knowing who you are. Another Almirage invading its nest, and it nails right into you. For a public roll, a 23 hits.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh.
It
Gonna get buddy
deals
wrecked.
6 piercing damage. You have 3 HP. You pop out of the Almirage form and
In the tunnel.
in the tunnel, and a burst of dirt sort of flings up, and you most of it just sort of breaks, so it sort of just erupts, and yeah, we just see the mound. And this earth is completely broken, Brolin, and you are kind of halfway buried in this mound of dirt.
Rolling.
Well, we lost Brolin forever.
You can see him. He's got a foot and an arm sticking out.
Whirl, go over and start pulling.
You take 3 points of damage, by the way, Brolin, from your current HP from the horn, and you have a small boo-boo on your forehead from the scrape. Because he got you right in the head.
Amirage charged me, stabbed me in my bunny face.
You don't see it anywhere. It must have gone deeper down.
I guess it was worth a try.
Did you see anything?
No, I mean, I could try again.
Mm,
It would
Can
be...
I do a-
It's totally worth it.
How many forms do you have this short rest?
2. I
2.
have
So it
one
would be
left.
your last form for this short rest.
Can I do a perimeter walk before we do any more?
Would you like to
stupid
walk
bunny
around
business?
it? Yeah, make a perception check. As you walk around the perimeter of the... You can quickly get around this thing. It's not massive. You see its solid walls pretty much the whole way down. Flat-topped roof. Almirage artistry dictated in many motifs along the walls. And you come all the way back on the other side, and it seems to be as solid as the temples you've previously faced, with a single entrance.
I don't really see another way in.
Perhaps the unexpected is inside.
That's maybe what I'm
Yeah.
thinking. Or from above. Do you want Fiera to take a look up top?
Does it look like the building could have an opening of some sort?
Up above, it's flat topped. You can't see from this angle. You could climb up. There's enough motifs, enough bas reliefs in the wall that climbing the wall isn't an unthinkable task. You can definitely climb to the top of the roof if you want to investigate it, but from this angle, you can't see up there.
I think I'll just Assassin's Creed it.
Yeah, you want to climb up?
Look- Oh, no. Other Assassin's Creed. The one where I just look through the bird's eyes.
Oh yeah, let your bird go up.
the easy version.
Flat,
right?
flat stone roof. Flat stone roof.
Oh, okay.
Nothing
Well,
significant.
so I've got some bad news. The stone roof is flat.
Oh,
hold on. Let's go in.
thought you were gonna say something else.
You approach the stone doors of war.
Yeah.
absolutely. What do you do?
Whatever way it opens, try to open it.
Yeah,
Wait
yeah.
a minute.
There's no handle to pull, it seems.
Okay, so it looks like it's a push door. We need to pull it.
Yeah, there's a relief.
Unexpected.
There is a relief on the door of the Almirage and the what is the other creature? And the Zorbo, the bear, locked in kind of a chase of each other, a combat of sorts. You could probably try to like get your fingers around some of the stones that protrude from the wall, and from the door, and try to pull back if you want to attempt that. That's
All right.
perfectly fine.
I want you all to follow me here on this adventure. My character Alexandria is going to ball up her right fist
Oh boy.
and then slam it into her hip while raising her left hand to the sky, pointing, legs apart like an anime waifu,
Got it.
as she pivots and points at the druid and says, "You! You can turn into a frog. Sticky tongue."
We'll just
Doorway.
have to push the door
What
open.
the?
No. No, we have to pull the door.
Or you put your hand on the
It's
door to push.
unexpected.
Yeah.
What's your strength score?
17.
You do not have enough strength to get this open yourself. You push, and then you put a second hand, and you can't. Yeah, it doesn't budge.
What about me? I have
For the
21.
proof.
Continue, Alex and Brolin. Hello, Alexander.
What are you trying to do? I'm gonna go push the door. I have 21 strength. Can I push the door open?
Yeah. You see Brolin step up next to you, War, and take the other door completely without your help, and just pushes it open. He just shoves it open. And you can see those like the muscles sort of ripple, and maybe this is the moment you realize Brolin's really fucking strong, and he just shoves this door open, and you see that his belt is like sort of shining as he pushes this forward, and the door.
Can his
Open.
belt please look like a WWE title belt?
It's up to him. It's up to him.
It's up to
He
me.
wears it over his shoulder.
Oh yeah, about to slap into you like a slap of beef jerky.
Like a ration.
We-
I'm gonna wrap into you like a ration.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I add my negative
Oh,
1 strength
turn music
to
down if it's
Ward
loud.
push open the other door.
So
Time to go inside.
you can help War with the other door and swing open the other side, and within you will see a 10-foot wide hallway striking off into the gloom of the darkness of the shrine. Carved tiles depicting various beasts decorate the hallway floor.
Oh.
That's all we can see.
Right now. Those of you with dark vision can see the hallway ends in a single wall that seems to go off to the left and right in directions you cannot see.
I don't like the look of this.
Oh damn it!
I cast fly.
Yeah, you cast fly. Go ahead and spend the spell slot. Is it just for you?
Yeah, it's my one from my instrument.
All right.
Why does that make me nervous?
You
It
lift up.
should.
What do? You
I go look around the corner without touching the floor because I
Yeah.
don't want to step on any of this floor.
So you guys watch as Frisha immediately glides into the gloom past all of you over the floor and its many tiles. What do you guys do as she just in?
Do we
Can't
do we,
can't
do
see
we-
her with dark vision at all.
Oh no, you
Or
can
it's
see
gonna
her.
activate the
I just
axe.
want to know what everybody does the minute she lunges forward. I just want to know if anybody's like, "Whoa!" or what's
Whoa,
going on.
Frasier,
Frasier.
Frasier, stop it!
Hold
I'm
my
not
breath.
touching anything.
She says she turns around and is still floating backwards.
I don't think touching anything is going to be the problem here.
Before most of the shouts are even over, Freesia! Freesia's on the other side.
What?
Rachel lights a torch and looks around.
Okay. You light a torch, Freesia. Interesting.
Or actually, my lantern, because I don't have a torches. I have a lantern.
Yeah, you light your lantern, and you all can see her on the end of the hall with a lantern lit. You see that the path goes to the. I'm gonna imagine you are facing the wall at the end of the hall. The path goes to the left and right, both of which curve northward to the immediate respective left and right of either side.
I glance down the hallways, but don't get out of view of everyone else.
Yeah, you glance down the hallways and you see that the one on your left immediately ends, turning to the right, and the one on your right and the path on your right side turns to the left, but a little further down.
Okay.
What are the rest of you doing?
Are there any footprints on these tiles?
What's this
Make
symbol?
a perception check.
Not going to touch them.
Okay. You notice a few things. One, there are footprints on the tiles. You see some. I will mark where you see some paths. You see one going here, and I'll do another path. That's a very good roll. And you
Fuck
see,
yeah, it is.
You see a second one going. Here. Another thing you notice is there are holes in the walls on either side. You see small holes. 4 on either side.
I don't know, guys. I'm getting some real Temple of Doom vibes here.
What's that?
That's why I'm not touching the floor.
I mean, to be fair, I've gotten Temple of Doom vibes from all the temples. But
All right. I'm gonna cast a spell.
What you casting?
It's Brolin's most stupid spell.
You gonna talk to a plant? There's moss. There's
Oh,
moss
come
around.
on.
I could speak.
Do what
Tell
you're gonna
me-
do.
Tell me a secret, so shrub.
Just speak to every shrub on a
Come
tile and be like, how
on.
many people have stepped on you?
Alright, so while
Oh
you
my
guys
God.
figure out
No,
the path thing, I may look
here.
around the corners.
here, no, it's actually a good spell.
You're looking around the corners. I do want to see what other people are doing about this and give them a chance, since you have acted first, Alex.
Oh, yeah.
Find traps.
Okay, yeah, you sense the presence of any trap within range is in line of sight. A trap for the purpose of this spell includes anything that would inflict sudden and unexpected effect you consider harmful or undesirable, which is specified is specifically intended as such by its creator. Yep, this whole hall lights up.
Oh,
The
yeah.
whole
no.
thing.
It's all. There's a trap in front of you.
It is all a giant
Oh,
trap.
it's all glowing. So something visual for the entire party to see. Brolin puts his hands on the ground and vines
Yeah.
sprout from his hands, and anywhere that there's a trap, those
Like a
vines start
illusory-
glowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. Yep. It's just the whole hall glows for a brief moment.
Oh yeah, they're all. It's all trapped. I'm not going through there.
charming.
I can see footprints. And I'll point out the 2 paths on the floor.
One
for
is
the rest of the
human
people.
and one is reptilian.
How dusty are these
By
these
people.
tiles?
There's some dust caked on there. That's why the footprints are easy enough to see.
So the real question is, how much blood is there on the ground?
Make a perception check, Frisha. Looking for that in specific.
Hello from the other
Nice.
side.
You see some blood splatter. It's right over. It's. Oop, beep. I put a marker I didn't want. It's here.
What do these paths have in common?
Not
Well,
much.
it was a good session tonight, boys. I guess
So,
guess it's time for bed.
Is there anything on the ceiling?
No.
So I do have a question. This
Yep.
symbol right here, what is this?
It's just telling you
That's
that
just
that way
saying
is
it's
north.
north.
That way is north.
Oh. Huh.
Take
Do
the
we try to
path
follow
left.
somebody that went before?
I
Or do
feel
we-
like that's our best bet, but I don't. The paths cross, so it's not a problem if they cross.
It also appears that they are in fairly random order, because there's things that are 2 in a row and things that are not 2 in a row, and
Yeah.
Or maybe the least expected path is the one that no one's gone down yet.
Well, in that case, we should walk straight up from the right-hand side, but I don't feel like that is exactly what we're going for here.
So the paths all
is there any
stretch out.
writing
to
on
that-
my side?
Oh, there is no writing on your side. Did you want to? I'm gonna let you move very slowly if you want to move forward. I don't know how the rest of the party's gonna feel about you leaving, but you were talking about I want to go down one of these hallways. Alex, and I feel bad keeping you stagnant.
Oh wait, so he's literally just beating the puzzle.
He's on the
Yeah,
other
I
side.
just went to the other side.
He's
the other
already
side.
beaten it.
Is there anything above us?
Above you, the sky.
Ceiling.
The ceiling wise, yeah,
Ceiling?
it's clean. It's clean, clear. It's
No
cobwebs.
bars, no supports, no.
No.
If we
Solid
wanted to
stone.
beat this puzzle, I could fly us all over there. Or just take some spells.
There are 5 of you on this side. That would include Orvex, though.
We could Tensor's disc one at a time.
True. You could.
That would save your spell slots.
I could summon 2 giant spiders and have us, get carried across.
For sure, what are you doing? You staying? Waiting for the rest?
Frisha is following the left-hand rule.
You're going left?
Yeah.
Yep. You turn down the hall and you quickly see something slightly blocking your way. The rest of you would see Frisha's light go out of sight in this moment.
Oh, that's not good.
Frida,
Yeah, you hear
Wait,
War's
I'm
I'm
voice
still
echo.
fine.
Yeah, you hear
For now.
you would hear Frisha echo back. Frisha, you stand in front of what looks to be on first viewing it, a triggered trap, a singular blade that grows fatter the closer it gets to the ceiling, juts down, and is well the size from ceiling to floor, which is about 8 feet down. A blade just shims down. It's sharp as a razor's edge, and it's just centered in the path ahead of you. You could easily curl around it, but something you would notice is that there is
What does the floor look like there?
the floor look like there's some blood on the floor.
Oh, I was
Dried
more of
blood.
is there any sort of a thing that could be what they triggered with?
The floor there, yeah. I don't think you have to make a perception check or anything. You see that there is a slate indented in the floor just below it, and you see on the blade looks to be a scrap of cloth. I would like you to make a history check with advantage. So this is a bit of a moment for you, Freesia, because as you peel it off, you see a significant pattern. One you haven't seen in a very long time, and one unique. You recognize the hand stitching of your mother.
Prisha goes around the blade.
Alright, you go around the blade. What are the rest of you doing?
The story also said to just be reckless.
Be reckless.
You
It
know,
said that the story said that he
was a
snuck-
virtue.
He snuck
Yeah,
recklessness.
it was a virtue.
It's true.
Yeah.
I'm curious what the rest of you are doing.
Well, so is this like a bridge where we lose the edges on the right and left hand sides?
Yeah,
Or...
there's no way to like climb around this thing. I mean, if you the walls are pretty solid. I think anything outside, like, they're sleek, and there's no like handholds to like grab into to like climb on the walls or on the sides of this thing, outside of like a spider climb spell.
Isn't this what trigger is for?
Yeah. Ask him to run as fast as he can and
Just
see
looking
if
at
he's fast
Alexandria.
enough.
You want to
I
send
mean-
Trigger?
Yeah, you know what? I do suppose
Let me
you
get-
have a
Let
point.
me get
Tell him
Trigger
to
out
be
here.
as fast as a rabbit.
Let me get Trigger out here right now for you. Here's your boy.
So should I have him follow a path for
Yes,
curiosity's
yeah. You show
sake?
me where he starts. I'm putting him over here on the side just so you can see him. But show me where he starts and where he goes.
I mean, we have these two paths here.
Yep. You want to send him on one of them?
Well, I'm talking to the party.
Oh,
Like,
sorry.
do we want him to follow a specific path, or am I just sending him straight over?
Are they able to see the footprints if I point them out, or do I need to like silent image line these up?
Ask that question one more time for me.
So, do I need to reveal this path to them, or do they see after I pointed out the footprints where the two paths
Yeah,
are?
you can point out the footprints, and I think for anybody they can spot which ones they're going to.
Okay. I guess just take your pick, Valoria. I don't really have any preference. There doesn't seem to be any pattern.
Well, Alright. I guess I will instruct Trap to start on
Which
This one.
symbol? All right. Okay.
the
Yep.
the unicorn.
Trap steps out on the unicorn symbol. As he steps out into that symbol, we would probably see him kind of like Trap just goes out onto the to the slate, and we would immediately see him kind of like just like he'd snap his neck a little bit and like stand up a little straighter and just like look at his arms and look a little confused for a moment, but then turn back to you, its mistress, and just kind of look at you like, like there's like a joy there that's kind of like it's not really able to convey too many emotions, but stepping on this square for whatever reason, it liked it.
What?
You're not supposed to like things. Okay. I'll have him go forward one.
All right, on to
I'm gonna essentially
Giraffe.
have him go to every single one of the yellow pathway.
Okay, all in the yellow pathway. Excellent.
Yep. See if
Alright.
he gets there safely.
When he gets here, we would immediately hear a click, and we would immediately hear the classic sound from Skyrim, the as bolts fill the hall. I'm going to make some attacks on your zombie here. All right. What's his AC? Let me see.
It's not great.
8.
We're looking at.
Perfect.
Yep.
Alrighty. One does manage to miss. So that'll do a total.
What symbol is he on? Just
He is
curiosity.
currently on Eagle. So that'll be. Alright. Takes 7 points of damage as it just sort of just hits him and just. And he turns and he actually looks okay. Like it didn't even hurt him.
Okay.
Not at
Well-
all. It didn't hurt him at all. Don't even use those.
What the fuck is the shrine?
Don't even
All
do
right.
that.
I
Didn't
mean,
hurt him at all.
proceed.
Perfect. Yeah. Moving on. He's following the yellow path.
Aye.
He steps here, and then here, and then here, and to the other side.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
He waves at you.
Oh my god.
all right, I'm going. Brolin's gonna step on the platform.
Oh, beat me to it.
All right, you step on. You start following that same path.
There are eight rows, Alex.
Oh, never mind then.
All right, the
Jump
minute
the
you
last
get to
one, sorry.
Eagle, you hear and the bolts fill the room once again. What's your armor class?
My armor class is 15.
Okay. By the way, when you stepped on that first square, you don't know why Trap was happy about it. It's just a piece of floor. Trap
I
Trap's
don't know why
weird.
he was happy about it.
Zombies are weird. So awesome. What's your armor class again?
15.
15. Excellent. 2 of these manage to hit you. You take 5 piercing damage, and as they hit you, you take 21 poison damage. So with a
Oh,
total
okay.
of 26 points of damage as they
Okay.
enter into you,
As the
and then you
symbol.
feel
So 8 and 8.
poison.
Can I have resistance against poison.
You do, so it would be halved to 10, so you take a total of 15. I'll apply it for you right now. Whoosha. Hurt.
Ah, God, Alexandria, you freaking zombies! Ah!
Make a Constitution save, actually, because it could be halved again. I just read that. Make a Constitution save,
Did it hurt?
because it might be halved even more. You might gain 5 HP back. Ooh,
That-
yeah, you
does
did.
it hurt?
Oh,
Nice. So
oh.
you took 10 total damage, but still.
Ah!
Sounds like it hurt.
Yeah,
You okay,
Yeah.
Brolin?
think I'll be fine. Poison's not really effective on us dwarves.
Would you recommend it to a friend?
No, I would not. Especially you two. Especially Orvex. Do not come through here, Orvex.
Do you keep going?
No, don't sit there. Don't sit there.
I don't know. Do you trip? No. Yeah, you make it to the other side.
Ugh.
And
I start taking the needles out.
Frisia's not here. You don't see her light.
Bracia!
Um,
There might be a pattern to this.
So Frisha was there. Frisha has the pattern, but
Is it pretty much? It could be. Kind of thinking out loud, player wise. Don't step on the same thing twice,
yeah.
because like
that's-
it's
that's
the
what I was
second
thinking,
eagle
too.
one. Yeah,
And I saw blood here.
right.
Yeah, so from lion to lion.
Well, that would have hit 2 zebras too on the red.
Yeah, and
So-
remember, I'm not hitting.
there's plenty of
Rabbit.
there's plenty of
Try it.
rolling blood over here.
There is here.
There is now, yeah.
There's
This
rabbit,
is a
giraffe,
straight line
eagle,
that no doubles.
mouse, eagle. It's mouse and it's eagle, mouse, eagle, and that's when I get hit. I get hit right here.
Yeah.
Do you see a good path, Jacob?
I was thinking you could jump
Straight
because
line
the
works along that edge too.
if you went this way, here, 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 here.
Just be careful.
That wouldn't double anything, right?
This
I
also doesn't
don't-
double anything.
Oh, just the straight line on the left.
YOLO! Oh yeah. We're gonna live
Okay.
dangerously. Come on, Orvex, test it for us.
What that
No.
symbol looks like.
What?
I'm trying to figure out what the this symbol looks like is supposed to be.
Yeah,
Uh,
is it like a mouse,
It is a
or-
boar. It's a boar.
Oh, boar.
Yeah.
Okay, I see the tusks now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the rest of you are on the other side. You see Brolin. Frisha has advanced outside of your line of sight. Even
Yeah,
for-
Frisia's gone. I don't hear her. I don't see her. We gotta hurry.
Should I try this?
I mean, do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm good if you.
You wanna show me your
wanna
path?
try it.
It shoots poison
Can you-
needles, so don't
Can you
worry.
not see it?
I can't see it right now. It disappeared. You have to show me again.
Okay. It's pretty much following this yellow one. Up until here, and then doing this.
Alright.
And then
Okay.
off.
You take that path.
Yeah, up until the 20-foot zebra.
You stop at the 20-foot zebra.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
You pause right there.
that's where I'm expecting anything to be, and then if it's nothing, I'll just keep going.
Sick. Nothing has happened to you yet.
Okay, then he'll keep following this path.
All right, show me.
So from there to there, there, there.
War makes it to the other side.
Oh, good job, boy. I'm glad I had to be a guinea pig.
War has
Oh.
discovered a safe
Very
path.
nice.
Oh, excellent! I'll take that one. And indeed, Vorvex goes to the other side.
Oh,
Yes, I believe we will all take this one. I will follow the same path.
Alexander, you are on the other side with Trap, who's happy to see you. He seems really.
Hi, Trap, Trap.
He seems like really like chipper for whatever reason. He's just.
Nice infusion of poison, huh? Takes the edge off.
Yeah. He looks you can just sort of see that like his what muscle and tenue like sort of connects to him, like what's still there in his rotted flesh seems bolstered. Pretty excited about it.
Tweaked out zombie.
Fair.
All right. Frisha's not in this equation, so I'm gonna take her
Right.
off of this.
I'll follow the party's path. Yeah.
Yeah, and you all make it to the other side. Upon reaching the other side, my dear friend Frisha, what have you been up to? While
She
they were
is
doing this.
still not touching the floor, but continuing down the path.
Yeah, you continue down the path, and you immediately see that before you lies another option left and right.
I look for blood on the floor,
You don't see any.
and I take the left path.
All right. The left path leads to a dead end.
I shoot back down the right path.
All right, you're faced again with a left and right decision.
Left again.
Okay. You move left, and you are faced with two pathways. One immediately on your left and one immediately on your right, like before. But it is obvious here on the right that you see a door. What are the rest of you doing?
Can you sprinkle some fairy dust while you're flying around the correct way, real quick?
Frisha's not really thinking too much straightly right now.
Yeah. You've reached a solid stone door with an amarage on the front. But before you, I think we see you reach towards it. I imagine. Are you going towards the door? Are you turning
Yeah,
left?
she's probably going towards the door. She's also
Okay.
trying to smell things.
Okay,
Because-
yeah. Yep. What becomes of the rest of you? What are you guys doing?
Frisia.
Did anybody see where Frisia went?
You
No.
all have, and I think I'll give you all the joy of this because what joy it is. I'm gonna put Trap and Orvex kind of back here. I'm gonna give you guys all the chance to utilize some of Roll20's fun things. There you go. Y'all see it?
Oh God.
I activated the axe a while ago.
All right, yeah, it is lit.
I
Let
can't
me-
see any.
Yeah, let me get you some light. That is a 40 by 20, correct?
I think it was something else.
It's about to
that-
be 40 by 20.
Yeah.
You all should be able to see correctly, yes? War has lit his axe.
I can see.
Correctly is
And
subjective.
Let me turn off global illumination, because that's always fun. Alright,
It is 40 by 40.
well, you're getting this. Trust me, it won't
That's
come
fine.
into play.
That is fine.
You see enough for this, I promise.
You have
So-
enough.
Roll initiative, my group. Other than free
why
shit.
do we why do we need to do that?
Just want to know what you're doing.
Because we're
Roleplay
gonna die.
initiative.
This is a action initiative for moving through this maze. I want to know who's doing what and when. And
Ah!
in this scenario, you can always. I'm only missing Valfing. Oh wait, no, I've got Valfing, War, Alex, Brolin. I need. Oh yeah. You rolled a 6. I'll get you in here. And Alexandria, you can obviously move Trap on your turn, and Orvex is only going to follow somebody when he chooses. So, Valfine, you can make the first move. If you don't want to, this isn't like a combat thing. You can just move it along and say somebody else can go.
Did I see what way Frisia drifted off from the end of the hallway? I just saw her disappear. Can I?
On
I
your
tell
side,
what-
you're on now. You saw her light disappear.
I guess yeah.
Oof, I forgot I had a thing and I can't find it. Sorry, go ahead.
You have
I guess
30 feet of movement on one of these turns, by the way.
with my background, I'm also going to stick to the lefty, but
I'm going to say 15 feet of movement. That makes it more interesting. Because you're moving carefully.
okay. So 10.
So you immediately see the same scene I described to Frisia earlier. A blade sticking out of the ceiling, going all the way to the ground. It's almost 8 feet tall. Looks like if it were to shoot out and harm you, it would be devastating. You do see
I use my action to check for traps.
Yeah, there's no action here, but you can easily see. This is just me marking movement of how you guys are moving through the maze because it's interesting. You can easily see, just as Frisia did before, that there is a impression on the floor below.
Can I tell mechanically if it's been permanently triggered?
It looks as though. Actually, yeah, make a roll. This is what I would want to roll for, because this is something that a unique D-Trapper would know. You can use your Thieves' Tools, you can use your Perception. Yeah, you see that a not expert, I would say a novicely, but good enough placed nail has been placed in the device to render it useless. And you can see that it's in the actual tile in the ground.
So it appears to be disarmed,
This has been disarmed.
as far as I can tell.
So
Okay.
1, 2, 3. So you move 2. You can move one more. Are you going around the blade?
You know what? Fuck it.
Yeah, you can
Go
move
around
another,
the blade.
You can move another space. War.
Hmm.
Following behind Valfine?
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. Then you can place yourself right over there. Brolin, following behind War. Or are you taking the other path? The path least expected, perhaps.
I'm gonna scooch on by.
Hey.
1, 2, 3. Yep, and you immediately are faced with a left and right option. Alexandria, you see Brolin has just passed you.
I'm gonna go with war.
Okay, yep, perfect. Valfine.
Oh no.
Okay. And then carefully step forward.
All right. Yeah, you can step forward. You are immediately met with a path going left and right. You saw it as you turned across the blade. You have 2 movements left. You can also
Without
pause.
placing her feet on the next set of tile or stone or whatever it is, can I peer around both corners and see if I see anything?
You see that the paths, one to your right is shortly juts back to the right again. It like curves around quickly, and the path on your left goes down a little bit further. And so basically, I'll just pull you right here so you can see. Goes a little bit further and turns.
Hmm.
You have 2 squares left. Optional, but you can also pass.
I'm gonna carefully. Well, she's going to carefully. I know a way I should be going, but I'm gonna cut left. 2 squares.
Okay, go ahead and move yourself. Okay. I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
So, okay. You just miss it. You immediately step here and you hear a click, and then there's a moment of fuck, and you hear a mechanism up above, and before you can even look up, a blade juts out from the top of the ceiling down at you. It is going to roll to strike you, which could miss, which could represent you just barely getting out of the way. Or actually, no, it was supposed to roll to strike. You weren't even supposed to roll to save. Forget the save. That was for something completely different. It is only rolling to hit. Let's roll a 20. So we'll see if it actually hits. Your armor class is...
Not high enough.
No, let's see. 19.
Nope.
Okay.
No.
You take 8 points of damage as the blade cuts down, and you're just sort of barely able to move out of the way before it just strikes right down in your flesh, and it's just, and it just rips some of your clothing with you.
No. Don't.
So that was
Don't
1, 2,
come.
3.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter because I triggered it anyway.
War's turn.
Yipe.
How far do I have?
Oops, I shot you to map. I'm sorry. You have 3.
Shit, am I dead?
No, you're
I
not
can't
dead.
see anything.
You're not dead. I put you back. You have 3. Yeah, you see Valfine and another. So you pass under one of those giant blades that I described before, and you see Valfine is sort of probably up against the wall, and you can see some of the blood on one freshly exposed, and the
I'll come up
the
and like
imprint in the
try to hold it back so that she can get then whatever
Yep.
to help.
Yeah, don't let go of it. I'll disarm it.
Yeah. As you step off of it, Valfine, it would retract into the ceiling.
No, I don't move.
Oh, you don't move. You keep it down. Okay, you keep it down. Perfect.
Yeah, I don't move.
Brolin, left or right? You would
Hearing
hear
that
Valfine scream. Yeah.
Is everything all right?
Everything's fine here. Situation normal.
It's not. It's not.
It's not normal.
You have 3 squares, left or right.
Watch out for the stabby things.
Who was that?
1, 2, 3. All right, Brolin, you make your way down. You're doing good. Alexandria.
Can I dash? Can I use the dash action?
I'm kind of trying to keep this out of feeling like a turn, or else one of
Okay.
you just gets to go, and everyone's just gonna follow that person. Because it's just like, I'm pretty sure you can. One character can easily use all their movement in a 6-second basis to go through. But I'm assuming that you guys are moving carefully.
I'm keeping up with everybody. I'd
Perfect.
probably like to make it before the reset window.
Yes, you currently this one is disarmed, and the one that Valfine is on top of, she is not let reset. I was describing it, but she's keeping her foot down on it to keep it down so she can disarm it. It's Valfine's turn.
All right, War. Put your foot right here.
Okay.
And just kind of like scoot her foot as he like slides his foot onto the pressure plate.
Yep.
And I'm gonna try and use like my set of pittance.
There's like a moment where it's. but it's
Yeah, like you can hear it like reload. Yeah.
Make a check with your thieves' tools. All right. Yep. You get the plate, and you feel that sweet spot, and you stick it, and it's a moment where you're like, all right, Ward, let your foot up, and it's like it stays. And it's disarmed.
Okay. See this pitton right here? Don't touch it.
That's your
Nice work.
move, so I'll give it to Ward.
Yeah, that's fair.
3 spaces you can move if you want.
Should I go beyond this?
I don't know. I haven't had a chance to look around the corner yet.
Here, you take a breather.
All right,
Uh,
1,
so
2.
3.
You see a dead end war. Brolin.
Oof.
But it's not a dead end. Reflex save.
No.
Wait, this isn't Pathfinder.
Okay, what's that?
You see webs covering this hallway, completely enclosed, like no one's walked here before.
How big of webs are they?
They look like normal spider webs.
Whoa! Spiders!
Just looks
Okay.
a little
Just like last time!
undusted.
Brolin's gonna shoot a little bit of his fire. He's gonna use his cantrip.
All right, you burn him away. You still have. Where were you? You were here. You still have two paces left. You gonna move down the hall. All right, we see Brolin moving through, just burning out the spiders. Alexandria.
I mean, yeah, I'll pull up right here.
Okay, yeah, right behind War. Valfing.
I'm too squishy to be anywhere near the front.
And I'm not.
All right, rogue.
Excuse me?
You're built to dodge traps. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't
being
even
all
have
dramatic.
evasion yet. You're the one that's level 7. Get out of here,
Yeah, but
asshole.
you have a dex bonus.
Oh, ladies, come on! Don't have a lovers quarrel right in the damn maze.
Hey! You're breaking my immersion. You can't hear this.
You can't even hear him. Brolin's talking. It's an echo. Very far. There's many walls between you and them now, Brolin. You're very alone.
Where is Orvex going?
Orvex, you would see his old little body right behind you, or it's just. You scared me. I didn't see you go this way. I was looking for the others. I got distracted by the tiled floor in the beginning room.
Just calm down. Just
Going this way then, and I'll follow you. Valfing, what would you like to do?
What do you see over there, War?
Dead end.
Great, so I cut myself open for nothing.
Oof.
Excellent. I will step 2 squares the other way.
All right.
Do I spot anything trappy?
I'm gonna make a perception check.
Please.
Go for it. You can definitely make one. Probably one. Not where you are currently, no. You don't see anything around you. Your path ahead, the next square in front of you looks pretty safe.
Okay, I'm gonna sidle the rest of the way to that square and
Okay.
stop.
Go ahead and move yourself. War, it's you.
1, 2. I think I'm back to
Perfect. Following Valfine and Brolin.
all right. I'm ready. I'm not being. I think we're on the right path, Orvex. Follow me.
Excellent. All right.
Oh, we know where I'm going.
And you see, as you turn, the path ahead looks to split in 2 different directions again. Alexandria.
Oh, okay. Just,
Okay.
all right.
Valfy.
Do we see anything in front of me?
You see that the path seems to diverge to two separate ways, and a little bit of cobweb on the ceiling.
Okay. One step cautiously forward.
One foot in front of
Okay.
the other.
Yep. You see the path goes to the left and to the right.
Okay, and then can I peer down each one, or do they disappear in the dark?
Yeah, you can take a peek. I'll put you in this square, but you're not technically in this square. You can see they both go left and right. Turning
Well,
back the way you came.
it was incorrect before war. What way do you think we should go this time?
I don't know.
Great.
You are in
What's
front. He is
going to
behind
matter?
you. He is behind you and has no perception of what's going on. So this is up to you.
I
You
was
can
just
stay.
asking for a coin flip, war.
So you just hear Valfeed say left or right, basically. She seems unsure.
Left. Always left.
Always to really.
That's
That
how you
almost
solve-
got me killed,
That's how you solve some mazes. It takes you everywhere.
including to the local sushi counter, where you're the main course.
He's not a
Sometimes
fish.
that happens.
Can't hear that. You guys are very separated.
Looking down, are there any pressure plates? Like as I step out
You want to make a? You
If
can
I
make
were
one
to step out?
perception. Yeah, every time you're
per
named-
turn.
Yeah, per turn.
I'll do that here.
Go ahead. Not that you can see in front of you. Path looks clear.
Yeah, it looks great. Take a step.
You have
And
one
that
more?
was the last thing she ever said.
Safe. You have one more.
I'm gonna hold. Take a minute to.
Okay. So
deliberate.
war.
Again. I'm just staying with Valfine.
Okay, and Brolin.
All right, Obex, let's go.
Path diverges again. Left or right then? I
don't
hear
know.
that left is apparently a good idea, but it seems some logic to it. But I feel like right could do the same thing.
Yeah, let's go right.
All right, whatever you want. And he'll stay right behind you. So far, path clear for you, Brolin.
Must be nice.
Alexandria.
I'm
Stay.
right behind war.
All right,
Yep.
Valfy.
Oh,
Yeah, it seems like
I am-
everybody's
I am
like bumped
chained.
behind you.
Now,
Sorry.
not too fast. All right, hold. I'm gonna check the corner.
What corner? Oh, you want to search again?
Yeah, the one to my left. I
Please
just want to
do
make
so
sure.
with disadvantage.
Ooh.
oh my.
Ooh.
Oh,
The path looks
no.
clear.
That was impressive.
The path looks clear.
Oh,
Either way, it doesn't
no.
seem like. Seems like you're good.
Well, it looks good to me.
Now you got 3 paces. All right. Nothing happens. You're good to go.
And a stop.
All right. You stop with 2.
Yes.
Okay. War. Sticking behind.
Just
Yeah.
staying behind Valfine.
Brolin.
All right.
Continuing. All right. Orvex is right behind you. You see the path curves up. Seems I might have made a safe bet. Alexandria, right behind War.
Oh,
went
yeah.
we went right. We didn't go left.
Valfine. My cautious
Okay.
Valfine.
Yes, I should be. There's a reason. I only have 19 HP. I'm gonna peer around the corner again.
Okay, yeah. You can peer around and see the path goes up here. You do not see what you just saw there. Don't worry about it.
Gotcha.
But your elf eyes No, they wouldn't quite peer it quite yet. But yeah, you see what right there, what you saw. Path goes further north.
Okay. I'll take a step and then check.
Okay. Make a step forward and roll that perception.
It's another rousing game of roll.
Nice.
Tap,
You,
perception.
you see, we're moving it fast. You see a farther down the hall, on the left, there is a trigger on the floor.
Okay.
So you've moved 1, 2, and you turn and look to the right, and you see a door. The moment you see this door, we skip back to Freesia. Freesia, long before they made it this far, what happened?
She slams into the door, kind of.
All right, yeah, you
Try and get
right into the door. It seems. I mean, just slamming into it, just as hard as you can, just seems to boom, just resonate back at you. This metal door.
She looks for a latch, I guess.
Yeah. You see what looks to be a circular latch decorated to look like bunnies, the Almirage, sort of running around in a circle. And you are opening this sucker.
I am opening this.
All right. You see a room. A shaft of natural light spills from a tiny square hole in the ceiling of this chamber. It spotlights a carved stone pedestal. An ornate cube rests upon its surface. You see in this room, Freesia, the dust has been disturbed thoroughly, and to the point where most of it hasn't really been allowed to settle. You see footprints sliding around the floor, along with the footprints of a reptile bipedal. This is an obvious thing you would see, as the sunlight would make it very easy to see the dust in the room. The way it's been disturbed.
Just yells for her dad, and then
Yeah. At some point, I think probably about halfway through the maze, any of you would have heard a yell in the tone of Freesia, but unable to make out exactly what was said. Maybe something that would have hurried you guys along thematically. Freesia, you approach the pedestal?
yeah, I am confused of why the puzzle cube is still here.
Yeah.
I guess I lift up the puzzle cube.
You go to grab the puzzle cube?
Yeah.
Alright. You reach out and grip the cube. Valfine, what are you doing?
Oh shit.
Fuck. I went already. Do War and
War?
Alexander
Yeah, War.
need to
What
go?
are you doing? Right behind Valfine?
Same as usual.
Brolin.
Behind Buffy.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
You see a door.
Oh, is that a door?
Yep, on the other side of a cobweb. And the door looks like an Amarage. It's metal.
Oh, Corvex found the door.
Oh, you did? Alexandria?
I'm not charging forward.
Right
I am
behind you?
sticking right here,
Oh, yeah.
right next to War.
This is tense.
Valfine.
Valfine.
Okay,
Go.
I'm gonna step up, and I'm gonna point behind me to War and say, "Don't go that way," and I'm gonna go for.
Okay. Show me.
Don't go which way?
Show me with your token. Pointing this direction, I believe.
Okay.
One, two, three. You face the steel door. It is cracked open. Just slightly. And you see that light pours from within. It agitates your dark vision elf eyes. War.
Yeet.
And Brolin.
All right. All right, let's open this. I open the door.
You step up and you open the door. Alexandria?
I mean,
Oh, balls.
here we are again.
Valfi?
I'm literally chained to War Shell right now.
And I am chained to Velfin.
I'm going to slowly push the door open since I see light, and step in.
The doors open on either side as you
Wait.
both see. You see Brolin across the way. Brolin, you see Valfine across the way as the door opens, and in between you both is the room I described before, the pedestal in the center, the cube at its apex, a beam of light spotlighting it, and Freesia with her hand inches away from the cube. Freesia, what do you do?
Well, I grabbed the cube. I was still grabbing the
Yeah,
cube,
I
even
know.
though they carry it from both sides.
The doors open, you hear them open, and you grab the cube. You see Frisia lift the cube. What did Brolin and Valfing, what are your response to this immediately upon seeing the scene? What's the thing you do? Yeah, both sides! Oh. And you lift the cube, Frisia. And nothing happens.
Fuck!
Oh,
Well, I knew he was drawing that out for either something really bad or nothing at all, so I think I'll take this result, Alex, for 500.
So, upon getting the cube and looking around this room very rapidly, Freesia goes shooting out one of the doors and hands the cube to War on the way by, and just goes shooting down pathways until her fly runs
You
out.
look around this room. You said you look around this room. Make a perception check.
got the puzzle cube.
Nice.
Nice.
You see
Rolling
script.
like me.
You notice looking for, what are you looking for exactly?
I'm
sign?
not looking.
Or what do you?
I'm looking for artists or any sign of him or dragon bait.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they made it to this room.
The footprints, the footprints you see on the floor, the evidence must be true. You have something in your hand that, for you personally, Freesia, would mean, you're without a shadow of a doubt. You look around and you're desperately looking for something and immediately thinking, I'm just going to go to the door, I'm just going to run, before your eye catches a scribbling on the wall. A piece of chalk expended. The bits of dust left over from it are crumbled on the floor beneath what looks to be a very faint bit of writing that's managed to make its way onto the stone wall. You imagine you approach it to read it, since you're looking for anything you can. You see the words. It's a single sentence. It says, "They have us surrounded. They will take what we have found. If you find this, collect the cubes. Use them to open whatever this city holds. I go to face an old friend." And that's what it says.
So how long has it been since we entered this temple? Like game time?
This temple? You've been in this temple maybe 20 minutes.
Alright, then my fly is worn out. Then probably.
Okay. Yeah. So the rest of you can interact with this. Freesia has taken the cube, immediately looked around the room frantically, found some words, and is immediately reading them. You guys can do as you will. We're no longer in this turn order.
So there was a scuffle on the floor in the
Yeah,
dust?
the dust is completely kicked up in different places. It's easy to see for those adjusting their eyes to the light of the room that the sunbeam definitely illustrates the dust on the floor, the set of human footprints, and the set of bipedal reptile footprints.
And
That is something very easy to see. It seems as though this room has recently been disturbed.
Can I use a nature check to see how recent?
Yeah, I'll let you do a nature check.
Are there any plants in the room?
No, moss maybe
God
in
damn
the
it.
corner. Yeah, like growing in the corner. If you want to, like any of these places, you got a little bit of moss.
Yes.
What is that writing?
But I'm gonna roll a nature spell.
Go
first.
for it.
A nature check.
Yeah, War has probably entered the room. Is talking to you, Frisha.
Is it
Frisha's
signed?
in shock now.
Yeah, she's just sitting there,
Like-
her hand shaking
Oh.
on
Yeah.
the door. You can't tell, Brolin. It's recent.
Frisha, why did you rush in here?
Artist was in here.
Artist.
How do you know?
She gestures at the wall and hands them a piece of cloth. That means nothing to them, but it means something.
Who do you hand the piece of cloth?
Whoever was hovering over me.
Valfine or War? Who takes it?
I'll take it.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Either way.
Valfine, roll a history check with advantage. Should be intelligence based. It's Artisus. You recognize his the cloth that covered his jerkin.
Where did you find this?
He vaguely gestures at the trappy halls.
It. Can I read the writing?
You can. It's written, it's scribbled in common and reads as I spoke before. They have us surrounded. If you find this, collect the cubes in my place. Use them to open whatever rests below this city. I go to meet an old friend.
Surrounded.
You think
Old
the
friend.
giants
Was
caught
he
up with-
talking either the giants or Yuan Ti? I don't think he would have called the giants old friends.
Right.
Didn't he have a beef with
Ross and
Ross
T.
and C?
Old friend?
I mean, they're both immortal, right? Isn't he, like, unable to die due to the ring? Or am I misremembering that?
Allegedly.
No, yeah, he couldn't take it off or something.
Who is this talking about?
Artist
An
and
old friend.
A ring?
Worst navigator you've ever seen.
A navigator? Immortal?
Actually, he was really good.
he had a frozen ring.
Pretty sure it hits Brolin upside the head.
Ah, what was that for?
You know why.
Someone you all knew then? Here?
Before.
Interesting. The cube. And he sees it in your hand. Frisha says, still here. All right.
He left it for us.
Mm-hmm. And he would go up to the writing. People are around, read it, and just say, "Oh, he was forced to leave it behind."
Here's the thing I'm confused about. If it was Ross and C, wouldn't he be wanting these cubes too?
The UNT that we've experienced here thus far act more as protectors than infiltrators. They harried us every time we approached one of them, so I'm not sure they do. Or else I imagine with how long they've been here, they'd have them already. They are
It was
resourceful.
really-
protected from them.
No, that's strange. Can I roll an intelligence check, Ed?
For what?
Because multiple times we've seen lizard-like feet in the tombs.
Okay.
In the
Yeah.
in the different temples. Were they similar to the ones I see here?
No.
Which I'm
these are
assuming are
bigger.
dragon-based.
These are bigger.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right, never mind.
There you're good. Do you want to look for those little feet?
Yeah, are those little feet around here?
Make a check. Give me a
What
quick
kind of check?
perception.
I can find perception. Come on. There we go.
Not where you're currently standing, but a little bit out here towards where these cobwebs are. You see that the feet line the edges of the walls. There's 2 paths. Very small.
It's so strange. More of these little reptile feet walking around too.
What does that do us, though?
Go ahead.
I understand your curiosity, Brolin, but I don't believe we have the time to posture over things that aren't important to what we're trying to do.
No, don't you get it? He wrote that he was surrounded.
I doubt he was surrounded by whatever these lizard feet are.
He wouldn't have had time to write it in this room if he was that.
Exactly.
Yuan-Ti surrounding this temple, potentially.
That's what I would wager. I imagine they were working their way through here and realized that they were coming for them, and he scribbled a message before they were taken.
Orvex, you know a little bit about these Yuan-Ti. Did they take prisoners?
In my experience with them, they have only sought to kill the Thanes that I was with. But our experience before, the Yuan-Ti shouted something. It sounded like a command. Did anyone understand the language? It's muddled. Abyssal, I think, or draconic, I'm not sure.
No,
They
it's only hissing.
Said to take them alive.
I thought they were saying to kill, take alive. Interesting.
Us?
Yes.
Well, if they do take him alive, then that means they got artists.
Or your friend may be, well, not to put a negative to on them. I'm sure he's been captured, but my experience in the Yuan-Ti is they're not very merciful.
Well, he said old friend, so I don't know.
We can assume they have some interest in keeping him alive, at least until he meets his old friend. But and I don't want to be that person, but this doesn't really help us.
Frusha goes storming out.
Okay,
and following the path she took to come in.
Yeah, you can leave the room, but you are faced with the puzzle. You don't have flight currently.
Oh, I know, but
Okay. I'm pretty sure
Old
Frisha
friend,
can take a
I-
path, though. So Frisha leaves.
Frisha?
She squeezes
look-
past Warren and Alexandria. Does she look upset?
Wait.
yeah.
Yeah, I think you can probably see some tears.
Oh,
War will probably follow her.
Yep.
Yeah,
We got
wait,
what we came for. We should go.
Yeah. You can all leave following War. I'm not going to make you do the puzzle again, Frisha, because I think you're keen enough to figure it out. And take a path to safety. And you all exit out of the tomb and back out into the jungle. Or into the Forbidden City, rather. It's been overtaken by the jungle. Alright. You are back out into the jungle, out of the must of a fairly claustrophobic mazed shrine chamber, and back out into the daylight. Still afternoon, getting around probably 3 o'clock.
You want to take our
escape the
5-minute
tomb.
break really quick?
Yep, let's take a 5-minute break and we will come right back. We will see you all very soon. Don't go anywhere. We've got more tune for you soon. Welcome back, friends. We have returned to Tomb of Annihilation. Our party had just exited a shrine, to Injin, the what the fuck's this thing called again? This weird animal, an Almirage.
Jackalope.
The Almirage, a jackalope, effectively. The Almirage trickster god. They have succeeded all of its trials and acquired its puzzle cube. They have 5 in their possession currently. 1 known to the Red Wizards, and the remainder, I imagine, could possibly still to be captured. But our party has just vacated, following Alexandria, who seems upset by the findings of the...
Freesia was.
Freesia, sorry, mixed it up. I just said the wrong
I mean,
word.
Alexandria is always upset, so we don't really.
Following Freesia.
That's a given.
Freesia, who was upset by her findings within the shrine, and we continue with you guys outside of the shrine.
So Freesia looks to see which way the temple is and starts walking in that direction after handing the cube to War.
All of you are right there. She looks like she hands you the cube and starts to walk towards the water.
And what exactly are you doing?
She's heading, looked around.
That was a question in character.
Oh, well, I'm going and getting him out, and continuing to walk
By yourself.
if need be, and continuing to walk.
It's about 30 feet, maybe I would say 15 feet away.
Is there some kind of biochemical in that dust in that room that I missed?
Frisia's moving. What are you?
Anyone?
Valfing says
Freeze.
to I think Orvex will say.
Wall.
Orvex will say. Frisia, where are you going? We shouldn't go off alone. It's dangerous.
Freesia, come back. What happened?
Which temple?
The big palace one.
Oh. The big bad one.
The one we shouldn't be walking toward alone. Yes, correct.
Or maybe you could
Freesia.
stop her.
Brolin will run up to Freesia.
She's not completely rational right now, and you could probably stop her with mild physical force.
Anyone
but-
can step in front of her.
Mhm.
She's not
Yeah.
gone. Anyone can step in front of her right now in this scene. We're in this scene.
Need some war body blocking.
Freesia,
Yeah.
Freesia, stop. What are
Turtle
you doing?
sledding.
Freesia. Let's talk about this.
Oh yeah. Also, Freesia is near bawling, crying.
Yeah. You see tears running down her eyes. She looks completely upset.
No,
Or we'll give her a big, I'm gonna stop you moving, but also hug you.
Yeah,
That works
you
perfectly. By the way.
Immobilizing hug.
you get
Yeah.
grappled. You get grappled in this moment.
That completely stops her. She doesn't struggle.
And there's a lot of crying. I think that happens, right? Do you just ball into him?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just imagining.
Yeah,
I'm
just
going with
balls
your
into
theme.
him.
Yeah, I'm going with your
Yeah.
theme where you're going. I see where you're going. Yep, there's a lot of just fist pounding and crying into the scales.
How do you know him?
I guess we'll say he's my dad.
You're
Oof.
what?
Well, now I feel like a dick.
Where's eyes go a little wide and says, "That makes sense."
What do you mean it makes sense?
yeah, none of this makes sense.
Just why she would want to follow him for so long.
That's true. Why didn't you tell us?
Oddly enough, I'll remind our party, this is not the first person you have met to claim to be a spawn of Artisan Myrtle.
Right. I forgot about that entirely.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, the shady lady.
Pointed
Yeah.
her to the wrong direction too, didn't I?
You did.
And when Brolin asks why, she like points to the pin on her instrument.
Yeah, you see a symbol that looks like a harp. Roll a history check with disadvantage, Rowan.
Oh no.
You are going to be my only NPC who doesn't know the harpers are. Get ready. I can't wait. It's perfect for it to be Brolin. You have no idea. It means no significance to you. They're a secret organization you've never heard of.
No,
Never
wait.
heard of.
I'm gonna. I
You
can
don't
put
even
it-
know who they are.
Oh, I get it. He gave you that loot. Bro, looking completely confused.
She just doesn't acknowledge that even.
I don't get it. Is the loot? Brolin's on this. He's like, does it mean something?
Anyone else, I'm not even going to make anyone else roll because War is traveled, so he would be the only one, but I'm not going to make him roll, but everybody, including Orvex, knows what that symbol means.
Walk up behind Brolin and back of his head.
Second person to whack you in the back of the head today.
Why?
You don't know what that symbol is, Brolin?
No.
It's the Harpers.
It's the Hoppers.
You've never
What the
heard
hell's
of the Harpers.
No. What the hell's a Harper?
You
Force
think
of good?
Yeah, you think you remember like the word, I think, from just artists talking, but that nothing to you, you have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, I got nothing. What are you talking about?
It's the world's least secret organization.
I don't really
And
deal with
we-
secret.
Try to keep it that way.
To be honest, for sure, you're not doing a very good job.
Oh, I meant the least secret organization.
Point stands.
All right, so it's a not so secret organization. I mean, that makes sense, I guess. I've never seen anything. What is? Are you all bards or something? And I'm confused.
We're not a part of it.
She is. I point to, well, the obvious person.
I'm confused though. Like, what is this? Is it like a loot? Is it a magical symbol?
Doesn't matter.
It's just a guild
Oh.
crest.
Oh, it's a harper. I get it. That's smart. That's funny. It's a harpers. I get it.
Oh
You are
my
getting
God.
tied up on the wrong aspect, Brolin.
Anyway, Frisha, when were you planning on telling us that Artis is your supposed father?
Once I found that jerk.
He was
Seems
on a
legit.
dangerous journey the last time we sent him away.
Yeah, he was looking for someone in particular, I think.
He wasn't looking for anyone. He was escaping, saving our lives.
No, he was. If you remember when we met the Naga, he asked the location of somebody.
Mm-hmm.
He was looking for somebody.
In the interest of fairness, Artis does seem like the adventurous sort who would probably leave family behind on his, what do we call it, self-martyring adventures.
I suppose if you consider that your life is probably at an end at any point in time.
Well, you know how it is. I'm a danger to everybody I love, so I must walk the earth.
35 years.
So this seems like an interesting person. You say he's
got
your
a record.
father? Oh, must have been. I'm just listening. I'm sorry.
What are we gonna do? There's a very clear-cut couple of options here.
Wait. I'm gonna roll an intelligence check.
For what? Before you roll it.
Roland, are you sure that's wise?
No, it's intelligent, not wisdom. God.
to realize that by proxy, Dragon Bait is also in prison.
You don't have to
Roland-
roll.
Oh my
You don't
god.
have to roll.
Yeah.
You're not that
Oh
stupid.
my god.
Wait a minute.
You wasted a 23.
You've just
That
never
means
heard of the
Dra-
Harpers. You're not dumb.
That means Dragon Bait's in prison. We gotta save him. He's my best friend.
Or, and I realize this is going to be the less popular suggestion, and I apologize. We trust in this individual's opinion, which is to continue our current task for arguably the betterment of everyone, which is, I believe, what the Harpers stand for anyway.
It doesn't take a ton of convincing to convince her that Julie should continue. She's just angry about it.
You did.
She is also
What is-
in a turtle hug, so there's not much she can do about it.
Other than be angry and squirmy.
That calms down after a few minutes. So.
Aggressive wiggling.
Yeah, you could feel her go slack in your arms a little bit, and she seems ready to let go. She ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, he's not gonna
Wipes
hold on too long.
wipes it from the cheeks. She seems to be calming down as people are talking. She sort of gets this secret off her chest.
I mean, I don't
Oh,
want to be
and
the first.
she doesn't wipe it off her cheeks. She literally just presses it against her face clean.
Yeah. Nope.
I mean, I don't want to bang the war drums or anything, but you know, we could do something about it. I mean, let's face it. If we're gonna get these, like Orvek said, they're more caretakers than anything. The moment they figure out we have a lot of these puzzle cubes, Rosin C's gonna come for us anyway.
Good. So we'll take care of him when he does.
And he doesn't need to know. You forget the fact that we have potential partial obscurity here. We shouldn't be prancing around with the puzzle cubes in the air.
Oh, like I said, he's gonna know they're gone sooner or later.
I mean, I even hide them in different pockets in the bag that I do keep.
That's smart. No, but I mean, they seem like they're smart enough to detect and either routinely check the temples or something.
Then we will deal with it when we have to. There's no point busting down a door and attacking people preemptively.
It's a smarter option to continue on as we've been doing.
Yeah. I'm just.
Artis is
Something's not-
resourceful. We've
Let's-
seen him pull some crazy stuff before.
Let's look at it this way. If you were Ross and C, and you didn't want us to be doing what we're doing, what would you prefer us to do? Run into his base of operations and attack him unprovoked? Or... ...
No, it's not that. It's something else that's bothering me.
You'll have to expand on that. It's a rather long list.
We don't know much about this Rosin Sea or whatever. You guys remember the boat, right? The nightmare we had all together? The
Yes.
ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I haven't seen one of these UNT do any necro stuff.
Does Orvax know about that dream, or you guys didn't share that with him, did you?
We haven't. Mm-mm.
He's just kind of like listening in, like he's like extreme. You are his current, like, very interesting. He just says, he's listening in.
Well, what I'm trying to bring out is Rosin C the guy in charge of the Soulmonger, or what's going on? He's trying to stop us, but that dream was weird. That was dark. That wasn't like this.
I think he's simply an interested third party. I think there's something else bigger beneath the city. That isn't a wannabe lich controlling a bunch of snake people.
I do believe he actually is a lich.
Oh yeah, I've heard lots of stories about him.
Ooh.
Ross and Z.
Self-proclaimed lichdom or not,
Do I remember the name? Didn't we hear a name, Ed, in the dream?
In your dream?
No.
No, you just had the all the voices turn to you at once and say no witnesses.
No,
There's no name.
there was a name that either it was something lore-wise for Brolin, or
Which dream? The one where you
one
shared?
of personal dreams, not the one we shared.
Mm.
There was another name that was brought up that nobody recognized.
You'll have to bring it to my attention when you remember it.
A something.
Bring it to my attention when you remember it.
Okay.
regardless, I think it's reckless. I don't think we're in any shape.
I mean, right now, we just went through some traps. You're kind of scratched up. You don't look too good.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Yes, well. What kind of thing?
There's only one of each of these puzzle cubes.
I can't imagine that the Omnuins are tricksy and they follow trickster gods, but I can't imagine a duplicate cube would exist outside of the realm of a trial. It would be encased in some puzzle or test in the shrine. Like, I could definitely see an Omnuin puzzle of the sort. Present 3 different cubes, all of the same mark, 2 of which have terrible effects, and 1 the real. But outside of that, it would have to have been made by a third party.
I was thinking more of...
And it would be very difficult to match Omnuin structure. I mean, the cubes that we have, I could definitely, as one of the foremost individuals in the knowledge of Omnuin history, I can tell you that these are legitimate.
Yeah. I mean more of, if 2 different groups completed the same trial, would they each have a cube? The first one get it?
I would imagine once a cube is taken, it is taken. It is a physical object. I don't believe that the shrines produce others. That would be interesting, but a theory that would have to be tested.
So don't we have 4 and the
We
five
have
wizards
5.
have the 5th?
You have 5.
So I only see 4 handouts.
Beep, 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 beep. Let me go over to the handouts and see.
Because I thought we had one of these highlighted as they took it from that.
One,
Yeah, the one up by their base,
They have at least one.
they have this one.
Yep.
Okay.
They have, I believe it's.
So we've only got 4.
Okay, you have 4. So, yep, that would mean that you have. Yeah, you have seen them have this one. They have this one. This is one that's known.
Okay.
Known to the party.
What are you getting at there?
Yeah, I was just trying to count it.
You're good.
So we got 4 more total that exist in the city.
That we know of. And I'm guessing a lot of them are in this little line. 3. There should be 3.
Yeah.
If we go by our hunch of what the shrines are.
Alright, the last one is probably here.
Mm-hmm.
Where? I'm just curious where you pointed.
Over here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Where'd you ping again? I'm trying to. I had.
It's
Top right of the
top.
ring.
Near the wall.
Right there.
Very close.
Oh.
Yeah, I had a
I had mine
thing
zoomed in.
open that was blocking that.
All good.
I see it now.
Yeah.
So I guess we should cross the river.
I say that we work away from the giant disc of death first.
Well, all of them are towards the giant disc of death.
Oh, hey, wait. Frasier.
Yes, Brolin.
Hey. So wait, your dad's getting hunted by frost giants, right?
Apparently,
They wouldn't come here, would they? There's no way.
What are you getting at, Brolin?
We should tell them to jump.
I'm just saying, it'd probably get really hairy with, UNT, liches, and then frost.
Didn't all of you fight frost giants?
No, we
No.
ran.
Oh,
We did not engage. He specifically told us not to engage.
Oh, you ran from them.
he led them off.
Wait,
Alexander-
weren't they dead?
What?
Didn't we run across their corpses, or was that somebody else's corpses? I remember
Those
frozen
Red
bodies in a
Wizard
circle.
corpse.
group of Thans.
Ah, okay. Apologies, please continue. I remembered incorrectly.
I'd be very impressed if he were to take down some frost giants alone.
Well, we do know how crazy powerful he gets when he. Never mind.
Ring of Frost, Frost Giant. I feel like it wouldn't work as well.
So, this is probably the most the party's really talked about artists with Freesia in the party. For whatever reason, Freesia, you're not sure why. They keep talking about your dad's ring. His special ring, the one he always wears, the one that you're pretty sure Mom gave him, but, like, he always has it. It's kind of like, oh, Dad's special pipe or Dad's robe or kind of thing. They keep talking about his ring, and it's the other thing that's odd is Mert was really interested in the ring too. He first met him, he's like, "I need the ring, get the ring," and you're kind of I'm wondering because you don't know much here, but there's a lot of interest in his ring. Just feeding you that information.
I mean, it's kind of decorative. I don't get why everyone likes it so much.
Isn't it the thing that makes them live forever or something?
Like, Dad's immortal?
What?
Can we hold up just for a second?
On what?
Everything.
What do you? Okay, what do you want? What do you want to do?
Want you to shut your mouth. Anyway, we should continue searching for puzzle cubes as artist suggested.
Are we
I don't
going
think-
across the river then?
The closest one to us would be across the water there. I am running out of physical capability to
That's been a
continue.
long day.
I think we can get 2 more cubes out of the way.
If you're looking at Belvane, she's like still kind of covered in her own blood down one
All
side.
right.
I am 19 out of 41 still.
All right, Brolin is going to cast a 3rd level spell of Cure Wounds
Okay.
on Valvine.
All right.
Oh boy, cure wounds.
Steps up
It's
to-
like a full night's sleep in a single spell slot. Not really.
17
That's a lot of
HP.
HP. 17. You do feel great. Like as you say the sarcasm and the approaches he does, it's like, ooh, well, my wounds don't hurt anymore. It's not.
Oh, man.
Are you all right now?
Sure.
Add that
Bit of a
HP
rough.
back up. Add that HP.
Where do we want to cross?
Just ride his head to the bank and look
Oh,
for
God,
the
yeah, you're
crossing point.
There's a spot with some stairs. You can see
Oh, how about About right here.
Some kind of crossing.
Right where?
Wait, what? Why?
Ooh, swimming.
You could swim.
That's a long swim. Are we going top? Are we going like
We
northeast
should-
on this shit, or are we going southeast?
No. We're right here.
I was RPing us going to the tree crossing.
Oh.
That's what I was expecting, since we can
Okay.
nail 3 shrines and like a single.
If that's a crossing. Yeah,
Oh, I
just
have.
head to the bank.
No, guys, I have water. We're good.
Great for you.
I can
Yeah.
cast it on 5. Like I can cast on a bunch of people.
The
And you're
tree
gonna-
crossing is still in the right spot.
Maybe I have a spell for this. Lumen's tiny boat.
You just make the dome upside down and we ride in it.
You just take hut in the rune and you just scrub it out and just say boat. That should work, right?
Perfect.
That's how magic works. Just
The battle of
Raise
magic is
the-
all in the mind.
Obviously, if
rune
you
for
turn the runes upside down,
Aha! The bubble will spawn in upside down.
or someone comes back to life randomly,
Isn't
you
that a
don't know.
sphere?
So I'm pretty sure it's a sphere.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the plan.
Could you cast tiny hut underwater?
We'll talk about that later. That's a lot. That's a lot to unpack. Go,
Hypotheticals.
go ahead, Alex.
The answer is yes, you could. The difficult part being, if it's a ritual, you need to breathe water for 15 minutes, or if you're casting it, you need to breathe water for a minute. So, or hold your breath for a minute. Either or.
And then
So-
does it...
Turtles could cast it underwater, no problem.
Uh-huh.
So does it have verbal components? I'm confused.
You know, that's actually
Anyway-
a good question.
Anyway,
Now
guys,
that you bring
we're
that up.
digressing from this beautiful path that we have set up for us.
Ooh, it's got verbal.
So you guys can move this token. So you guys tell me where you want to be going.
So I guess head east to the water and see which way looks better.
Should we follow the road and then cut over first? That way we're not like tripping through buildings
I
and
think
running
we
into.
should be going along the coast RP wise because we don't knowing where buildings are, we get that. Knowing where there is a tree crossing, we might not notice that.
That's true.
And I'm thinking more like, we know there's a bunch of water, and we want to try to probably find the most narrow path. So we don't know if that's upstream.
I
Right.
also, so this is a little meta, but I feel like I should tell people this because it's pertinent. When I rest, I get new spells. The spell I've been looking at very intently is Control Water.
Mm.
And when I level up, I can grab it.
We haven't slept yet, is what you're saying.
Didn't you
Well,
already?
we are going to rest.
Did you already level to 7?
We haven't
Yeah,
slept.
but
No
we
long
haven't-
rest.
Oh,
I haven't done the long rest, so I haven't given myself a spell yet.
No, because well, you can switch out a spell if you want in this scenario, but because last time I had brought up like, oh, I don't think you leveled yet, and at the end of the session I was like, no, wait, you did sleep inside the arena tomb and got Alexandria's level, so you should have that level. So whatever spell you're talking about, you should already have.
Oh, well,
Oh shit. Well,
I haven't picked it yet.
Have you leveled up your character sheet yet, or no?
I mean, in all way, I guess, yeah, in all ways except for picking the spell.
Take the spell, because before we had done it, I had done it wrong. You did get a rest in the arena. You remember you put a bubble out. That was your level rest for Alexandria. Because I've
Well,
been
okay.
counting 7, so you can
Jeez.
have the spell.
Sweet. Okay. I have Control Water now.
Well, we should head to somewhere.
Yeah, where are you
Where I
guys
can get
heading?
another,
You
like,
guys have said the road. You guys have said the
hundreds,
river.
man.
Somebody move this token. Whoever moves that token, that's where you're going.
So I'm just going to post that up in the chat so people know what it can do.
We've
I mean,
agreed-
down the coast is okay. I just figured, like, as our characters, we would be able to backtrack down the road.
coast or
At
road.
least, yeah. it doesn't matter to me too much. I mean, we can
We are
coast it.
heading here.
Yes.
It doesn't really matter. Everything else is RP.
Okay.
So the reason why I
Path
bring
is
this
kind of
up
important, but...
is because we won't need the crossing. Because I can make 100-foot cube on a side, and one of the effects is literally I'm fucking Moses. And every turn I can repeat the spell. It's concentration for up to 10 minutes. So I can literally just part the water in a 100-foot cube for 10 minutes, and it can follow us.
Well, let's just head, down that way then. We can just cut straight
Down the
through these
coast.
buildings. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we see you guys start to go down this way. Let me get a little bit of river.
We need to at least get to here-ish.
No, we can cross wherever.
No.
The cube follows.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
right.
I can recast it every action, so it'll the water parting will follow us.
All right, let me get the river going here.
Granted, anywhere we can
Rapids.
feasibly run in 10 minutes.
Right, that's more of what I was thinking. Wait, how
mean,
fast can we run?
I mean, what, you can do a
I don't know.
5-minute mile if you're running. So
I can run pretty fast.
Yeah, like I can make it almost that 100 feet in
So,
6 seconds.
as you guys, as you guys make it to the, edge of the water, you see that the water is not as stagnant as it was where you were before. There was a flow where you stepped in the water before, farther north, but here they are much more rapid. You see that as you draw closer to the lava pit and the waterfall that cascades within, the water gets a lot rougher. So you are moving past rapids effectively right now. The water's fairly violent at this close to the waterfall. You have a spell to cross. You do see up ahead, any of you with average sight, 200 feet. There is a log that branches the river.
Is it a good choke point? Like, can we see anything else from here that would be maybe closer to the shore than that?
From where you are at the shore right now, you can look across and you see that at any point the river is only 100 or so feet to the other side. At this choke point here, you see where you are now. It's only about 70.
Okay, so Alexandria wouldn't have to cast like more than once. It would pretty much cover the length of what we need to cross. So we don't need to like sprint. We can just, drop it and then continue on and call it good.
Okay.
So we could go straight through here.
If you want, that's up to you guys how you do this.
I'd say
I'm
going straight here gets us closer to the shrine faster.
Yeah.
yeah, I'll take most direct route for 300, Alex.
Keep saying Alex's name.
I got the Jeopardy reference, Kyle.
All right.
That
So
was
before
me
you
taking the most direct route.
get across there, go ahead and spend the 4th level slot and describe the spell to me.
Biggity biggity boosh
Oh my god.
is not what it sounds like.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, I think she'll approach the edge of the water. She'll dip a hand in, pull out a small parcel, a tiny sack that she sprinkles the dust into that water and begins to chant. And then you see, as she moves her hands up and down, the water begins to glide up and down with her as she's pulling it out of the stream. Slowly, the current of the water begins to stop until it's just completely at a standstill. And then she holds her hands together as if she clapped, and then turns the palms outward, and then pushes, and you see the water slowly parting as she does so.
You see the rapids begin to cut. It starts to peel from the center and go over to the sides as the water spills over on the edges as this dam, this literal magical dam of just force energy, pushes away the waves on either side, splitting the river in two. Immediately, Alexandria, this is a 4th level spell. Is this the first 4th level spell you've ever cast, fourth circle?
Yeah.
You immediately feel the weight just hits you. This circle is deeper magic than you've ever touched before, and you feel the water batter on your body. You feel the weight of the rapids and just the heft of this massive body, and it's immediately tense, and it's a situation where sweat beads immediately on the sides of your head just to hold it. It's definitely not like a I've got it. It's a oh god, go now. Go now. And you have completed this feat. You have split the river. The rapids are just, they only have one place to go, so the weight is just battering against you. The time to move is right now. What do you
Let's go.
Chloe, up we go.
Who is going
pick up
first? Like
Orvex.
what order are we going down this path? You pick up Orvex or?
Yeah.
All right,
Shell boy up front.
and you're running out into the path.
Sure.
And people just right behind him. Like who's in behind him in what order?
I'll go behind.
Okay,
Four.
Valfine, and then next.
I'll go next.
Okay. Excellent.
I am sticking close to Alexandria so I don't get crushed by absurd amounts of water.
Okay.
I mean, if I drop concentration on the spell, like there's nothing either of us can really do.
Yes, but it makes me feel better.
That's
Being at
fair.
The center of the 100-foot cube.
And Frisia's behind Alexandria. Brolin, you're last.
Yeah, Brolin's maybe like tailing around, like maybe distracted, looking at the water.
Perfect. Yeah, you guys begin just moving in as fast as you can as Alexandria is holding up this water, holding it back. It's kind of a surreal moment where as you run, you can just sort of see the rushing, like muddy waves on either side, and you are stepping in what is difficult terrain. For sure. So as you sort of make your way through, you are on the muddy, like bedrock, or not so much bedrock. It's just sort of a muddy bottom that holds different rocks and stones and seaweed that's kind of flipped over to the side. So you're kind of like trudging your way through mud, and as you make it about halfway. Our scene changes from watching you guys cross to the shadow of an individual in a tree nearby. We just see their feet, feline. They look like a cat's feet, bipedal, though. And we don't see their form, but we see their shadow, and we hear the taut pull of a bow. And we hear, and our shot changes right to the scene, like a GoPro on this arrow, just going fast, spinning as it arcs straight down the path, right at. I'm gonna roll. Valfine.
Naturally.
Let me get this out here, and then I'm going to describe a little bit more. Okay. I'm going to make it public. I'm fine with that. Okay. 10. All right. But you hear it, and it zooms by, and it's a familiar sound, but it takes a moment for some of you, but it's a familiar enough sound for you, Valfine. An arrow almost struck you.
We need to move. We need to keep moving. And I'm going to, as we're running across.
Brolin.
Yeah, what?
Before that next one comes out, Ed?
It comes out at the same time almost. Ooh, another
Okay.
shot. It soars past, and Brolin, you immediately notice an arrow almost came close to you as well.
Oh, they're hitting us.
I need initiative. I'm gonna have to re-enter them because I have to move you guys to a map.
Whoops.
Hey, we ain't crossing here. What is this?
Oh, I will move this. I will move this. This was for if you went to it, so don't
Oh
worry about
my
it.
god. Can I use my inspiration to get a fucking better engine?
No, you gotta decide to roll those before.
Oh god.
Alright, let me
Got
get
fucked.
my initiative here because I don't know that it has everybody properly because I don't think you guys can see.
Yeah,
What ones
I
are you
gotta do
missing?
I haven't done mine. I'm redoing it.
Yep, go ahead and redo yours. And then, are we missing any others? Do we have 5 here?
4.
4? Who are we missing?
I guess I'll. How can I add myself? I already rolled.
Just roll
Just
again.
roll again.
Yeah, just roll again and add your initiative. You can click on the number.
Yeah.
So you got a 19.
Oh, close enough.
Close. I mean, effectively. And then I have to grab a quick thing to put onto here really quick so I have access to it. All right. Let me get this over. So, okay, get this on this layer here. Roll initiative there. Okay, perfect. And now I'm going to change the music because it's not good.
Let me at them. Where are they?
You don't know.
That's
These
not
arrows-
how I sound.
These arrows are coming. Oh, him. Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about. Let me see that this is enough.
How deep is the river?
The river is about 10 feet deep. Here.
That is...
I think that's appropriate. All right. Difficult terrain, all these squares.
Uh-huh.
So, Valfin, you're the first to go.
Uh-huh.
What would you
Oh
like to
my
do?
gosh. Okay. Really quick,
Yeah.
before we do anything. Would this work? On my turn, when I recast the spell, I literally just make the trench vertical on our side of the river.
Ooh.
So they literally wouldn't be able to see us because there's a 10-foot wall of water. And then we can just walk our asses north until we feel like crossing.
You've never played with is it it's as long as you're concentrating you get to keep recasting or no?
Essentially what happens is every time my turn happens, I can recast any of the effects on the spell.
I like that a lot. You could. Yeah, you could on your turn. Absolutely. Try to
I'm not
do
going to
it.
risk saying anything.
You've never messed with a 4th level spell before, so we'll see how it works. It could be kind of cool. I like that idea, though. Valfine, what would you like to do? You are under fire. You do not see where the assailant is from. You can't understand. Like, you've got these walls on either side, but they've got a beat on the party. And what do you do in this moment? 2 arrows have already.
In a similar vein, I would like to cast Silent Image behind the party, and I want like an ocean spray 15-foot tall worth of water to come up behind us.
Behind you?
Yeah.
Okay, I will note the arrows came from in front of you.
Or whichever, I would know the direction they came from, correct?
Yep, you do know the direction it's coming from. How big is it? It's 15 foot?
15-foot cube, so it's going to be 15 foot high starting at the surface.
You want it right here? Oh wait, I put it in the wrong spot. Let me just put this on the map layer. Layer map. Right here?
Yes.
Alright. So yeah, immediately you cast the spell and you block the path. Effectively. You cut off vision, hopefully, from whatever is firing.
That's the idea. And I can move it with an action as long as I continue concentrating. So I'm going to stay here and wait for the rest of the party to move, but I will move it. Can I? No, I already used my action. Wait till next turn.
Frisha. You definitely heard 2 shots. Brolin was right behind you.
I shattered the tree they're in?
You don't see them.
I don't see them.
You can make a perception check as your action if you want to look for them, but you have no idea where this enemy is.
Then I step in. How far is the shore? Too far. Then I suggest that they show themselves.
You don't know where they are.
I suggest.
I think suggest requires you to see a target.
Oh, I do have to see them, don't I? Damn it.
You do. All spells mean you have to see them.
Not all of them.
Most. A lot. There are some that don't. What would you like to do on your turn? For sure, you have an action, you have movement. Situation's looking a little risky.
Do I have an estimate of where they are?
You know they are ahead of you. Just, you need to make a perception check to get any more information than what I've already given you.
Okay, I was just...
Yeah. You know
See
that
what
the shots came from in front. The other side of the river.
Okay, then I am going to get in ahead of war.
Okay. Yep.
And-
You are. It's difficult terrain. What is
Guess I
the
will
what is
double
the
move.
range of your path, Kyle? Is it like? Is there a way I can like draw it on here? Is it like a 2x2? Is it a 3x3? What's the? Is it a 20?
It
It's
is
20?
a 100-foot cube.
Oh, in total 100 foot cube.
It's I can cast it up to a range of 300 feet.
So it's no, yeah. So you've got like a pretty
increase any
wide
water.
area to
Yeah,
work with.
that is a cube up to 100 feet on a side.
On a side or both sides?
On a side.
So what's? I'm just looking at the
It's
shape of
100
this.
by 100.
It's 100 by
100 by 100 by 100.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, a max
5,
of
10,
100.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 100. Here it is. Okay, that is clear space. So where would you like to move, Frisha? Show me with your token.
I will go... I'm going to use the hide action after I move, and I'm going to move to next to...
Yeah, go ahead and make the hide action.
I'm not in hide very well.
Okay. All right. Interesting. What is your spell save DC, Valfine?
Mine?
Yep.
It'd be and not as good as I'd like. It's a 12.
Okay. $12.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alexandria, it's your turn.
Okay. So I guess she's gonna yell out to the party, are we fighting this, or are we going to just leave?
We should not stay in the middle of the crushing water.
Cool. So, let's... I can't move the square. Can you move the square?
Your
can
whole
move my
square?
square.
You wanna move it? Yeah, I could move the square.
Just so we visually know where it is.
How far can you move it? I have never read this spell. I'm depending completely on your take
So-
of this spell.
Pretty much any water within that square,
You
I
could
can
just-
do an effect to.
You can just
so-
move it, but how far can you move it? There must be a limit on how far you can move this.
Okay.
100%.
It's less that I'm moving it, and it's more that I'm just controlling it and directing where to go. So if there's water in the new square, I tell it to move. any water that was in the previous space will slowly fill with water over the next round.
Okay.
So it doesn't even instantly crash down. It just slowly loses the magic and trickles back in, and you have like the rest of the round to get out before anything bad happens.
That makes perfect sense to me, but I need to know how far you can move this square.
It's a recast each round.
You're recasting it. What's the range of your cast?
300 feet.
Cool. That's all I wanted to know. So that you couldn't break a river up 3 miles away that you can see in the distance. It's like, oh, what's the reach on this fucking thing? That's all I want to know. So yeah, you want to move it where? Up? North?
I mean, okay, so can I make a perception check to see where this thing is first?
Do you want to use your action to see where it is? Yeah, go for it.
No, that's not what I was asking. I was just asking if I could use
that's
my
an
perception.
action. That is an action. To
Okay,
use your perception
so
check.
does anybody know where it is?
No, no one knows where this is. Other than
Well,
other than in front of you.
No one's had any chance. I put up the mist wall,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck.
There is
basic
nobody who
direction.
can see whoever is shooting at you. You just know it's
So-
coming from ahead of you. You have that knowledge, Kyle. You know it's coming from ahead.
Okay, so literally, like, within reason, straight in front of me in a 15-foot cone?
Sure.
Okay. Because another thing I can do is create a 20-foot high wave and have it crash into the shore and literally wash away anything that it hits.
You want to do that? Can you have multiple effects going at once?
No.
Okay,
So
so-
essentially what'll happen is the space that this square currently has will fill with water, and
Okay.
by the time it is my next turn, it will be water
So
again.
you guys got to not be in the water, unless you guys
Yeah.
want to be in the water. Got it.
And literally everybody would be able to go before me, so they would have plenty of time to get out.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'll just.
What would you like to do?
We're gonna go with the
Just
original.
move
We're gonna go with the
forward.
original plan because it's least risky. So, I am going to just create that redirected flow of water on our side of the river. So, essentially, cut the river in half
Okay.
and have all that be water, and have where we're standing be fine, and
Make a square for me.
essentially.
Show me
Okay,
where. Show
cool.
me where it's going.
Sweet. You know, I kind of forgot I could do these.
Yeah.
So. I'm guessing that's the fill box.
You just grab it. You just grab the tool. Whatever the color that's highlighted should be the outline. So. Cool.
So that's not, precisely measured.
Yeah,
But
you're changing the shape
yes.
of it effectively. It's an action to do that, correct? With this spell.
Yes.
Okay.
As an action on your turn, you can repeat the same effect or choose a different one. Yeah.
Cool. Let me make sure. Yeah, that's fine. Are we just not counting what's over here just because not important?
Not
For the
important.
thing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. If it becomes important, it is a full 100 by 100 foot square. So these are
Yep.
technically available. All right, so we see the water shift. Alexander, you feel the weight as you release some of the river as it curls around your spell, blasting forward, filling the other side that was almost completely drained, and you have changed the battlefield. And you move. You are so. By the way, from where you were, you would be here. It's you're in mud. Yeah, difficult terrain. And that's your action, movement, no bonus.
No.
War.
Oh, actually,
Do you have one?
could I use my bonus to? Nah, never mind.
Your
We're good.
spell, by the way, Falfine, is completely underwater now.
Technically not, because that area is now filling up with water.
It is currently
Right.
filling up with water. Sure. Yeah.
Yes.
There is like a cascade of water pouring up in front of you guys in this moment. War. What would you like to do?
He's gonna do the perception check and try to look where this guy is.
Go for it. No idea.
Oof.
No idea where the arrows are coming from. I mean, you know they're coming from forward, but you don't spot an archer.
And
That's your
then
action.
carrying Orvex through
got him.
difficult terrain.
Means you move half and then half again.
Okay. So I
you're
can
at
move
10
10.
feet. Yep.
Okay. Are we going north then? It looks like. Guess there.
I'm gonna take us north and then across the river outside of wherever range they're coming from. If we hug the wall of the water, they shouldn't be able to see us, and their arrows certainly won't reach us.
All right, War, turn.
Let's see. I have a million bonus actions. I just want to make sure.
Shield master that water.
Yeah, because I have Shield Master. Oh, I'll turn on the axe. Wait, no, I'm not gonna do that. Giant beacon of where we are. Yeah, not do that. Nope, that's it.
Okay. Brolin.
Okay. There's not much I can do. So, where? I mean, I'm assuming we're moving straight up.
That's what is being shouted in the party right now. Yeah. Alexandria just let out a command that they're going to move north. And I don't know if you have much of a choice. The shoreline is behind you. You could escape to the shoreline if you want, but
It is, although still difficult terrain, there isn't any water stopping you from reaching the shore, because that was all parted before.
Trying to look at some spells that might be able to help us. No, I don't have any more level 3 spells, so no more water walk. I have passed but a trace. No, not much else. Okay, Brolin is going to use his full action to run and dash.
okay, you can do
So
30. Yep. Where are you going?
5,
Everybody
10,
seems to be heading towards the wall.
20, 25, 30.
Valfing. What would you like to do?
Technically, you moved 60, didn't you, Roland?
Nope. He moved. 15 feet for him so he gets his 30-foot normal movement speed halved to 15. So he moved. I believe he was here. Yeah, he moved to 30 with a dash. That was his whole turn.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna drop my spell so you can delete my square.
Okay, we'll do.
As that drops, I'm gonna make a perception check, see if I can see where the fuck these guys are.
I might have to do a little funny thing really quick. Don't worry, you're all still safe. I just can't get to this.
Oh god!
I can't get to this square because it's on the same layer as the.
My illusion magic isn't that strong.
Nope, it is. All right. And what were you doing?
Perception check.
Make a perception check.
No one crosses the river.
You look around. You look around, especially with the river rushing around you, trying to find, looking across the other side of the river, trying to see pinpoint where it's from. You see shapes of ruins. You see the wild sort of fauna or flora covering the coastline. You have no idea. They could be anywhere.
Okay, I'm gonna bonus action dash and move up right next to War.
All right, Frisha.
Well, I guess I will try a perception check too.
All right, go for it.
Oof.
You're up
Now-
against this wall. Basically, you're close to this wall. Like it's a 10
Well,
foot
the wall
high.
hasn't filled in yet.
It's a 10 foot. Well, it's okay. Yeah, it's. I would say it's starting to, for sure, like pretty quickly. So, but I would say because it's rushing through, that would be what would distract you.
I am going to move up here, I guess, for my 3.
Okay. You see where the magic of Alexandria is sort of drawn a line in the mud, and the water blasts against it like glass. It's actually very impressive magic. Like, this is nuts. All right, arrows sing out. They are both going for Alexandria.
Oh no!
As we see her redirect the water, these arrows soar through towards her. All right.
Here's hoping they have disadvantage.
I have a question.
Yes.
Would I not have a significant bonus to cover because I've got a 10-foot wall of water?
We just said it. We just said it wasn't completely formed, and you are 10 feet away from the wall, as well. And I will say, without disclosing this person's position, if you are 10 feet away from the wall, they can see you.
Okay.
So these shots are singing out. First, public. It's gonna be normal. 9. It just soars by you, Alexandria, barely scraping your clothes. You have an armor of 10, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's awesome.
Feels good.
Second shot. 13.
Shield.
You see the arrow, and you just break it immediately, and it goes soaring. Both of them just plunk into the water. It's your turn, Alexandria. Are you rushing for the wall?
Yeah. 5,
Okay.
10, 15.
It's beginning to form at this point. It's blowing in. Anything else on your turn? There's just a wall of water in front of you. Anything you want to do? The other coast is completely blocked from your vision.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Fiera, see if I can see them.
Yeah, have Fiera make a perception check for me.
Sweet.
Yeah, she goes up for sure.
She gets advantage and wouldn't, so I'll just roll again. Oof.
Yeah, she's soaring as far above as she can get, 60 feet, 70 feet, 80 feet in a turn, however far she can get up, and there's no sight. Yeah, you dip into her eyesight, and you can't, she's not spotting anything. No idea where those arrows are coming from. It is War's turn. You are at the wall. Do you want to do anything?
Because I'm down in there, can I try to make a perception check?
You
and
can't
where it
see
is?
the direction that it's coming. You are up
Okay.
against a 10-foot wall of muddy water.
Yep.
You can totally move up if you want.
Yeah.
That's an option. A safe option.
Yep. Let's see. I can move. I can go here. That's about it.
Okay. Brolin,
All right.
where you heading?
Everybody's lining up.
Yeah, everybody's getting up against the wall for cover. This is kind of the moment where everybody's up against the wall and there's fire, and all 4 of you see Brolin out there. He's the
Yeah, I'm
only
gonna
person
move in.
not up against the wall. So he fucking army ducks right up against it, slides in the mud up against the water.
Ah,
All right.
all right, can we keep going, please?
Yeah. If you guys keep moving northward.
I mean, that's, yeah, whenever I can cast it.
This fight is
Yep.
over. This fight
Sweet.
is over. You guys are surrounded. Let me get the water going here. You guys are surrounded by river that rushes all around you. And Alexandria, you have 10 minutes with this spell as your party is walking northward. You carve away, pushing the river. You can just see the sweat on Alexandria's brow. This takes a lot of energy to spend this high level of magic, but you know you get to the point where you probably have about a minute left before you pick a side, unless you picked a side earlier. But you can expel yourself on either side of the bank easily. A good 500 feet up the river if you want. You could do 1,000. I don't care.
Awesome. Yeah, that's what we'll do. I would say probably
Yeah, show me where you are.
1,000's enough.
Show me where you expel yourselves.
1,000's a long way. That's like the waterfall.
Yeah, you could do here. You could do here. Up to you where you want to go.
I mean, we were trying to get to this temple that we're right next to, right?
Yeah, this one
Yeah,
over here.
so
You want to move
yeah,
just
we'll
200 feet? Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll go to the north part of the temple and then we can head south. Hopefully, whoever was there won't
The river.
follow or see.
The river parts at the shore as we see a shot. Just looking at the line of our characters' feet, they're soaked because you were walking. They're covered in mud. Your clothes are caked in mud. You've been walking in the bed of the river here, and we see you guys get up on shore. And if anybody steps on the shore and does the whole like, ugh, God, find land, it's probably gonna be Alexandria, because Alexandria, holy shit, that was a lot of magic pulsing through your veins. But we would see our party dispel themselves on the shoreline of the of eastern Omu, and that is where we are going to call it for the night.
We did it, team.
So I thought of a very good Hexblade patron for my character.
Who's that?
Since they have Hexblade patrons are usually sentient items,
Okay.
and I have a sentient item that I was around a lot as a child.
Oh no! You're trying to get the ring. Get out of here. We'll see. We'll see. You talking about
It
the
wouldn't
ring?
be my ring. I would just pull
Oh,
power from the
I
ring.
know. That would be fucking cool. We'll see. We'll see where that goes. Everybody did an excellent job tonight. Thank you guys all for joining. I super appreciate you spending the evening with me for Dungeons and Dragons. You are all awesome. Thank you for bringing a game, RP, and mechanic stuff. It was a good time. I appreciate it. Thank you to any of those who joined us. Super appreciate you guys stopping by. We play Tomb of Annihilation on Monday, 7:30 this time, and we also play D&D on Wednesdays, same time. I play with that guy up there in a different campaign run by our buddy Tom called Stars of the Shattered Skies. Feel free to join either campaign and watch as we progress and have a good time. Very, very cool. Thank you all for joining, and have an excellent night. Goodbye!
Bye.
Bye, friends.